All right, we're live. What's up, everybody?
How's it going? Oh, it's freezing out there. It was cold, man.
It's
I
fucking
was
cold everywhere. I was freezing this
I was
morning.
watching I want to say R.I.P. to the guy I used to watch the channel, the guy Ralph passed away between Uncle Edwin's stream, and I was walking with my gloves. I wanted to join it, but I couldn't join it. I'm walking with the gloves, I'm freezing with the dog, taking him out. And I realized the guy passed away. Wow, yeah. So I just want to say rest in peace. He was a nice guy.
Yeah, for sure. I don't remember him. I know a lot of people in the community did. I mean, rest in peace for sure,
Yeah, he
man.
used to do content too. Like he would sing like songs and stuff, and have like live streams, I guess, and talk bullshit with people. He was just generally a nice person.
Yeah, I got you.
Never involved in any like drama or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, best to all his family, best to his family for sure, and his friends that are missing him.
yeah. What's up, Billy O'Block, Carol, Mickey Griggs? Yeah, I shouldn't shovel, but I do. But I still shovel. I shouldn't though. Well, I do.
Yeah.
I will make some money plowing. I made good money in 2017 shoveling that snowstorm. I'll tell you that. Shoveling and well, cause my cousin's got the plow, right? So I just sit in the back with the shovel, and then the truck. We drive around. He plows them. I hit the staircases, right? And these
Yeah.
little mini malls and fucking shopping places, Dunkin' Donuts, Wendy's, all these different fucking accounts you get. So you go there, you just hit the walkway while he plows the joint. So it's easy. It's not like big snow though, but would I shovel someone's whole driveway right now? No, I wouldn't do that. So I wouldn't do that. I did get my chest cracked open. So I wouldn't go.
Yeah. No doubt about it, bro. You got to be careful.
But I will take stairs cases out and small little driveways out. That ain't too much. But because I'm still young, so I'm not gonna sit there and let my aunt or girlfriend or somebody shovel their stairs.
Right.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I got you.
But
Yeah, it's so cold everywhere, man. It's even cold in hell. It's absolutely cold everywhere.
yeah, but no snow over here in Little Rhodey, man. They got snow all over the country.
Yeah, everywhere. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I mean, I know that you have a lot of moisture from the ocean and stuff like that might chase some of that off. But even still, with this amount of weather that's going around, I'm very surprised, genuinely, that you haven't had any snow.
Yeah, it's been like that for like 3 years now. Because my dog was like 5 months old. Rocco was like 5, 6 months old, and I got some pictures of him playing in the snow. But it's only like 2 inches, right? Not even 3 inches. And he was a little puppy too, and it was only up to his ankles, right?
Right.
But it was he got to run in it at least, but he's never experienced a real snowfall like my other dogs have, right? Like they
Yeah.
got to plow through snow up to their chest and neck, dude. I used to take both of my dobies, right, to the park when it was like in the wind drifts. It was like almost 4 feet of snow, dude. I would let these dogs go off, and they would plow through that snow. They look like mini horses in the snow.
I bet they did, man.
Yeah, they were just plowing through it and running. And it was so
Yeah.
deep they couldn't like run and jump over it even like deers because they looked
Were
like
they fine with it?
oh yeah, they loved it. They plowed through it and then they came back. They didn't last too long, but they loved it.
Yeah, they enjoyed it for a few minutes and they were like, okay, this is bullshit. Let's go back inside.
Yeah, like 10 minutes, 10,
Yeah,
15
yeah.
minutes.
That's cool. That's
And
cool,
then they
bro.
no more. Then
Yeah.
no more.
That's
Oh, the shoveling. Yeah, I used to go to all my families. I had a lot of aunts and uncles who were really old and their kids lived out of state or some reason why no one couldn't do it. So I used to always keep a shovel in the trunk of the car and snow salt, ice salt, rock salt. What am I talking about? Rock salt, my shovel right in the car always for years and years was always in the back of my car. I always hit all their houses when it snowed. Before I go home at night, I hit all their staircases. I did it every time it snowed in the mid 2000s, stuff like that.
I've been putting together some of these thumbnails for the Wheel of Death.
The Wheel of Death.
Yeah, I've been. I figure like because we always have different ideas of how these fucking degenerate freaks for Trash on Blast should go. And, you know, we always say, like, we'll put the Wheel of Death and we talk about the different things we would put on it. So, like, hang on, I'll show you a couple of them that I made. The first, I figured, like, each week I can change, like, the torture devices or the killing machines that are in the picture, you know?
What's up, Dustin?
Like, whatever kind of crazy shit we come up with. But I'll show you these first couple of, hang on. Let me find it. Here's one.
What's up, Teresa and Charlie?
Hang on, it'll flip over in a second.
Autopsy, Billy? Huh?
Yeah,
well, that's a good show, Autopsy. Oh, the sharks, yeah. Yeah, dunk them in the shark tank.
You got a fucking guillotine over them.
Yeah, I like the guillotine too.
Yeah. So I figured this week we'll start with the guillotine and the dunk tank full of sharks. That'll be a good one.
Yeah, the guillotine's a classic.
Yep, it'll get the job done, man. We'll spin the wheel and we'll see what the degenerate gets. And like I got the cameras there so we can put it on TV live for everybody.
Well, in all reality, the kind of people that we put on that you look up, these are the real degenerate people that are hurting, hurt old people, hurt children.
Oh, yeah, dude.
But these people deserve. I wish this was true. You know, I wish there was shark tanks for these people. I think every mother and father out there would agree, you know.
Yep. Every Friday we end up saying the same thing, right? So I got the idea. I figure I actually just start putting these together for when a fucker is ready for the Wheel of Death. We can pull it up. Yeah, it'd be funny.
Imagine that falling in a shark tank. How that must be a painful thing, getting ripped apart by sharks.
Yep.
You know, a couple of these small baby great whites or something, like tearing your hips off with one fucking thrust. That must be painful, man.
Yep.
You'd probably be dead quick, right? You'd bleed out fast within.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends, right? Like, you know,
10 seconds.
Where you got bit at first. I mean, yeah, if they just got your legs and then circled for a while, you'd bleed out. Yeah, if it got you like right in the torso or bit your fuck, or if we even used the guillotine first, maybe hit them with the combo.
Well, I told you, I always thought of maybe if I ever wrote a book or something, I would write a fictional book about Bad Company. What's up, bro? If I ever wrote a book, I would write a fictional book about these creepy like rippers who are trying to like sneak in houses and steal people's kids and moms, and they don't get it, and they run out of the house and get spooked and get chased, and they drive down this road and want to hide at this old farmhouse, and in this farmhouse is the family members of the people they just tried to steal. And then they torture these people. They find out that these people have hurt others and stuff, and they hunt them through the woods with dogs and shit, you know, and crossbows. The whole family joins in. The children join in. 8-year-old kids are like on little mopeds, are shooting.
Run, rabbit.
Yes, yeah,
run, rabbit.
Why? Wouldn't that be such a? And if you videotaped it and put it on TV, right? Every Friday we watched. All of America watched those kinds of animals get.
Yeah, man, that's what we always say this. And I always say it should be public execute. We should kill them in the street, bro, so everybody could watch.
Well, think about it. The public loves what's MMA and boxing, right? People are like fighting.
Oh, come on now! People came from hundreds of miles to see a good execution. We did this shit for hundreds of years, man.
Yeah, so people love karate, fighting sports. So just like the people like gladiators back in the day, you know. But yeah, you could use maybe these animals, something like that, and it might deter them, because 3 years in prison is not gonna deter them. Or people.
And some of these, and again, to be fair, a lot of the times when we're screaming Wheel of Death, it's because these fuckers did some horrendous, gross shit in public, and they got a misdemeanor.
Yeah, I know.
And we're just so like fucking unbelievably confused by it and enraged by it. We're just like, no, this fucker's got to go. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, you can't let this fucker out. What are you, crazy?
Yeah, we've seen some people get tickets on there.
Yeah. All right, now, like I was saying, it's even worse. In Atlanta, apparently, you know, you can roll up in your car, roll the window down, and just start fucking giving yourself an old-fashioned, looking fuckers right in the eyes. And the cops are just like, well, he's inside his own domicile. We can't do anything about it.
Now that's a loophole. They get those sickos found that they gotta figure something out.
Oh, they're treating that place like a drive-in, bro. They're just rolling people. And what's crazy to me too is that the moms and these people are out there videotaping it, and or whatever, using their cell phone to get video, and then showing it to the cops. And the cops are like, "Yeah, he's definitely beaten off in public. Yeah, there's definitely kids around, but sorry, we can't do nothing about it unless he gets out of his car." I'm like, what?
Wow. What happened when the vigilante comes along? Some father, right?
Well, yeah, Atlanta's supposed to have like gangs and shit. Like, where are they at?
Yeah, where are they at? Exactly. Because if you got a law, a loophole where these pervs can go around exposing themselves, masturbating in front of children and women and all kinds of people pulling up with their cars and they can get away with it. Well, you know what? Someone should give them a beat and maybe pull them out of their car, humiliate them.
Yeah, bro. Get some people that just straight up don't give a fuck that run the streets anyway. Yeah, man. Get some street guys out there to crack.
There's a lot of them. And to do that, I think are these guys all rippers and stuff? Probably 90% of them have.
Come on, bro. These people, they're not just public touchers. They've got other weird things going on. And they're probably planning to grape somebody.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I would say 90% of them definitely would probably most likely pull a sex offense in their lifetime. Maybe that 5% will be scared. They're just cowardly, maybe, where they
just stay in their corner masturbating quietly.
Yeah, who knows? But to have that many...
Oh, that's just Ralph. He's harmless. We just throw a sheet on him.
Yeah, to have that many men pulling up and touching themselves...
Forget about it, bro.
It's very troubling. It's
unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that fucker's going straight in the Shark Tank.
Yeah, it's very troubling that they have a friggin' imagine that, having a friggin' loophole where these people can actually masturbate in a car and not get in trouble. Like, come on.
Yeah, and deliberately pulling up next to people so they can see it. You know what I mean? And like parking in places where they know it's high traffic and all that. Literally letting people fucking cell phone video, or get video of them, just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's predator stuff, man. What's up,
Insane.
David? Yeah, too bad they don't give all the people some sort of like mace to hit them with some bear mace or something, right?
Fucking bear spray, hell yeah, bro.
When they can't drive off. I don't know. That's just disgusting law. They have to change that, man. Especially
seriously, in all seriousness, something's got to be done about that.
Well, shit. Probably will. Once a senator's kid gets flashed or his wife.
Or enough of these videos make it. To be fair, enough of these videos like make it to those types of people in general. Like someone gets aware of the situation. Like, what do you mean it's not illegal to whack off in your car in front of people? No, that's absurd. Okay, we're going to change that,
Yeah, some other politician will use it to go against the current administration and say they're not doing nothing about the serial.
I'll vote for the motherfucker. If somebody got up on the podium and was like, vote me in so that I can change the law to make it illegal to masturbate in front of people in your car, I'd be like, you got my vote.
Yeah, they
you got my vote. I don't need to hear anything. I don't care what side you're on. I don't care what color your tie is. If you're getting it done, I'm voting for you this time. We'll deal with all that color code bullshit next time around. Let's get it done.
Well, because politicians don't do shit anyways. But if they're gonna
it's like, let's get this done, man.
If they're gonna do that for sure, yeah, you'd definitely get my vote if that's what you ran on. The whole thing is to get a law, especially if it was in my city, right?
And for sure, yeah. Well, that's exactly what I mean. Yeah, it's like, yeah, bro, you're getting my vote. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Like, do me a favor and make it illegal for these gays to fuck in the park too. Like, do me that favor too, buddy. They're not all just peeing. They're in the park fucking each other. It's gross.
Stop the fucking Ricky Yoons from marching down the street and fornicating at the same time in parades, because that's what they do. They're all performing fellatio at their parades and
that's
stuff.
Disgusting, bro.
Yeah, in Providence.
And I just want to throw this out there too, right? Gay or straight, if you are man or woman, if you're putting a penis in your mouth in public in full view of everyone, you're a disgusting pig.
Yeah, anybody to sexualize.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, all other things aside, like, I just want to point that out, that like, if you are a human being in a parade where there's lots of people around watching and you do some weird, gross, like especially oral act on another human being, you're a fucking gross pig.
Well, they're all half naked anyway, so
to them it's nasty, right? Regardless of who you are, that's fucking nasty.
Yeah,
That's fucking nasty, bro. I don't want to see it regardless. You know what I mean? Like, you could be a Playboy model and, whatever, dude. I don't want to see you getting your fucking thing licked in public in the street, especially when I've got my kids next to me going, Daddy, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the fuck, man? You're supposed to be throwing candy and wearing a costume. Get the fuck
Look
out
at
of
all
here.
these, just like book Revelations, look at all these fires going on, this degeneracy right here. The whole world just seems like literally Sodom and Gomorrah nowadays. It's terrible.
Everything's on fire. Everybody's looking up anal dildos.
Yeah, it's fucking sick.
There's fucking alien drones in the sky. Jimmy and Panisi are on rooftops trying to get buggered by the alien drones.
Yeah,
it's all the end is nigh, ladies and gentlemen. The end is nigh.
Yeah, I didn't see none in my state. I didn't see any.
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody else did. I think it was around the New York, New Jersey areas and other parts.
Man, the ones that looked like they were straight up flying off into outer space at like crazy speed were the ones that were like really tripping me out. And then like the videos they were showing from the sat links of all these things flying out of our atmosphere at the same time, it was fucking crazy. And when that guy that was watching the video at the same time that was reacting, when he was like, what if these things aren't coming to Earth? What if they're all leaving? What if they've been here and they're all leaving because something's going to happen? My head broke. I was like, oh shit.
Well, they said most likely it was the government checking shit to see if maybe people didn't were gonna nuke us or something, and they're from nuke. Who knows? I'm not sure. Who the hell knows? See how the forest
yeah, I saw that and heard that too, and I don't know if I buy it. I don't know what to buy at this point.
I don't know.
I'm gonna keep my dollar in my pocket. I'm not buying anything from anybody right now on that shit. It's too bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell it is.
And they've been playing all kinds of they've been having these Senate hearings on UFOs and talking about the people that have found the crashed landings and that there have been biologics there that they found along with these, and like it's just, and these are government hearings, so I mean I don't know what the fuck to believe anymore.
Like the same thing as the moon thing. Every time I watch one side of it, they convince me that they're full of shit, and the other side convince me they're full of shit. I don't know too much about it. I'm like, you know what? I can't even watch this shit no more.
Yeah, I'm going back to the guys that try and find Bigfoot.
Ain't it?
Hey,
those dudes
easy to follow, bro. Easy to follow.
Characters. I used to watch this one dude on YouTube years ago, and they would show these guys that would go out and live in the woods and try to find Bigfoot. Live out in the woods in Washington State, and try to find him. One guy got lost and almost like lost his foot because he was freezing.
It's easy to do, bro. I've been out there. I've gone hiking out in Washington State. I've been all out in the mountains and shit, bro. Bro, you'd be fucked out there if you were really genuinely like by yourself and something went wrong, or you were just like out there in the wilderness in the wrong season. Fuck that.
Oh yeah. Those wildfires are nuts. If there is a Harry in the Hendersons, he's on fire right now. Poor bastard.
I loved that movie when I was growing up.
Yeah, I liked it.
What a great fucking movie, bro. What a great movie. It was super original. It was really well put together. It had good actors and everything. It was a good movie. That was a really good one.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dustin. Me too, ain't it? Everything's a conspiracy, it seems. But then a lot of things, are in ways. Well, conspiracy is made up word, a term made up by the CIA. That's why there's so many, because they want us not to know what to believe. So the real thing's right in front of your face. Disinformation, controlled opposition, the whole nine.
That's why I have my trusty tinfoil hat.
Yeah, I got a tinfoil helmet over here.
Yeah, and I wear soda cans dangling from my ears. Yeah, exactly.
Tinfoil swords.
How great was that troll in Russia? They got all those different school teachers and stuff to wear tinfoil hats.
That guy was a character.
Wasn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I was fucking dying when I read that shit. That all those, and then some of them got all serious and tried to like get extra points. Shit, that's fucking great.
Yeah, if you're good enough at convincing people, you can convince people into a lot of things. The
It's
mass,
unbelievable.
especially the masses of people, never mind like one on one. Like, look at those con men, religious people who tell you with the snakes, they'll take the venom out of the snake and the snake will bite them and shit. And they're like, look, I'm protected by God.
Yeah, those people are out of their fucking minds that
It's
dance
like,
with those snakes, man. The rattlesnakes and stuff. I know what you're talking about. Those people are
nah, you
out
took
of
the
their
venom.
mind.
Hey, you took the venom out of it.
Yeah, but not everybody does. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, dangerous stuff, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with snakes. Snakes are dangerous.
Fuck no, I don't like snakes, bro. I don't like spiders either. I
Yeah,
mean, like your regular house spider, I'll kill. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like fucking weird about that kind of stuff. I'm talking about like the really venomous ones, you know.
yeah. The little ones. I'm not a fan of spiders neither. I got bit by one in the arm a few years ago, and my forearm blew up, man, like a balloon.
Yeah, that's not good.
My cousin Vinny, who died actually in the fire, God rest his soul. I had him take a pin, right, and burn the pin, like burn the pin so it's like bright red, and I had him
Yep.
pin my arm,
Yep.
and then squeeze my arm.
Yeah, buddy.
Because it hurts so bad.
Yeah, it'll just rot the flesh underneath if you don't get it out. Yep.
Yeah, so he squeezed my arm so much that all the pus fucking came out of it, and it went down a lot.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I don't fucking. But snakes are the one thing that I just really, really, really don't like. I don't give a fuck how big it is or what kind of snake it is. I'm just like, get that thing the fuck away from me. I don't do snakes, man.
Well, when I was little, I used to catch garden snakes, right? Grass, wood snakes, stuff.
Yeah.
My buddies. My brother got bit by a copperhead,
Oh shit!
Yeah, my little brother, dude, at 5 years old, got bit by a copperhead.
Damn.
He made the news. Yeah, Richmond, Virginia, man. And we went down there. We went down to go to that amusement park, King's Dominion. Yeah, right. The summer, right after my father died, we shoot down there. We get to my aunt's house in the morning, me and my grandmother, my aunts, and we're eating an Egg McMuffin. My little brother's off playing in the woods, and I hear him scream. And he came back, and his hand was like exploded.
Oh man.
They had to like shoot him up with horse serum to save him.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, he grabbed it. He grabbed a copperhead, and they showed him a book of all the snakes. It was like, what snake bit you? So they showed him a book with all the snakes in that area. And that's how he knew what snake it was, a copperhead.
No good.
Yeah, he grabbed the tail of it too.
Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't get bit in the throat.
Fuck yeah. I mean, he's just lucky in general being such a little guy, That's a really small child.
Yeah, like I said, he's only 5 years old. It must have been a
small child.
They said it must have been a small copperhead. They said fully grown male might have killed him,
Sure.
Yeah, I don't mess around with snakes in other states.
Yeah, he's very lucky.
Anytime I went down south, I don't mess around in the woods or any wooded areas.
Yeah. Well, you go down Florida, that's when the snakes really start to freak me out. All those pythons and shit and anacondas they have in their swamps now. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those ones too, Dustin. Those are so long. They're like 6-7 hours. I can't watch them, man. I hear you. It's too. It'll take you forever, and it gets you down such a rabbit hole. You forget what you're even learning about.
The Illuminati.
Yeah, they'll make up all these different names. Put it this way: the real groups in power, you probably don't even know their name. No one knows their names, probably. I mean, no front groups or, those weird like Skull and Bones and Bohemian Grove types. But they're the bottom.
Well, yeah, and it's also like, look, if you were alive a few hundred years ago and you really liked to read books and study planets and you believed in science and you wanted to stay alive, right? then you had to hang out with other people that were into that wouldn't tell on you. They would kill motherfuckers for shit, you know, if you fell out of line with like the common belief of the religious system for a long, you know. So it was like all that shit was just the illuminated ones, the ones that were continuing to study, keeping things. And they're right, they were sending information down the line, you know, through generations and stuff. But it doesn't mean it was like the top secretary, you know,
like they were running the world or something.
Yeah. No, they're not to say that there aren't groups that do that, but I'm just, you know, it's just good to have a clear distinction of like what you're really getting at before you head down the rabbit hole.
There's got to be different groups, and many of them, right? There's got to be many secret elite groups who like run the world.
Oh, they have goals? Of course there are.
In many countries all over the world.
And of all kinds. It's not necessarily to take over the world like Pinky and the Brain. Sometimes it's for very specific goals to get things done, you know.
Kinds of weird shit.
Yeah.
Good shit and bad shit too. But there's those groups, you don't even know who they are though. They're probably so powerful and low-key people. Who knows? Well, look at those weird Scientologists. They have a lot of money, right? Look at all the money they got. They're loaded.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely a fucking cult group who has goals and goes after them and has lobbyists, to your point about the money. Yeah, they have lobbyists. Are you kidding me? And they have crazy celebrity power.
Yeah, of course, William. That's great. That's a great one. Great documentary, man. Yeah, they have Cruz. Not only he's not the only one. There's been many celebrities, but he's the most popular.
He's one of the best. He's definitely, because he's like one of their spokespeople, and he's like super happy.
And he's a co-leader. Well, no, was he a leader? Oh no. Well, he's one of their leaders, right?
Yeah, he's technically one, but I don't think he. Who knows what he actually does for the church other than being a mouthpiece and giving them insane amounts of money? You know, I mean, who knows what like their quote unquote Xenu worship service is like, or if they have groups or, you know, not groups, if they have like meetings or whatever all together. I know that they have, they look like, you know, like when Apple like unveils a new phone, you know what I mean? They just have like a big stage with a podium and like all kinds of shit on screen. I know they do weird things like that, but I don't really know what the point of it is other than to talk about the shit that they want to do or things that they've done over the year. I know they infiltrated the Olympics. That was pretty fucking crazy.
They're out of their minds. They own whole cities, man.
Oh, yeah. They buy up old towns and lots of properties, and they start their own small towns and let them grow, for sure. Yeah, that's some weird stuff.
Like Ron Hubbard.
Very weird stuff.
Ron Hubbard started it.
Mm-hmm. And he said if you want to be worshipped, you have to start a religion. And he was a fucking science fiction writer, for God's sake. He passed it
over to Miscavige, right? David Miscavige.
Yeah, that's the actual leader.
Yeah, he was real close. Yeah. They were probably butt buddies or something, right? Let me board your ship, sir. My name is Sergeant Sodomite. You know, Sodomite Express. Probably.
Yeah. They definitely shared in some very odd interests, that's for sure.
How about that electric thing? Like they zap each other and giggle and act like it's, I don't know, their souls are touching. I don't know, something fucking crazy.
Yeah, they try to get, you have to become clear with the weird machines and the questioning and the therapy every week, and it costs fucking hundreds of dollars every session. The whole thing is designed to suck money out of it from the very beginning. Remember, we were watching that shit. You know, you had to pay for literally every fucking meeting, and you were supposed to be at like several meetings a week, and then you had special fucking clear sessions that were like hundreds and hundreds of dollars where they asked you all this crazy, super personal, hypnotic fucking information. They get into your soul, and then eventually they use it.
And throw a big stink bomb, like all fish smell, like when there's hundreds of them in.
Oh yeah, fish emulsion or something like that.
Sure. Fish smell, like break a couple of the capsules, and it just they all got to leave and disrupt their whole plate. They're creepy, especially taking over towns. They stalk their old men.
And I just thought, there you go. That's where I was going with that before we started talking again back and forth, I was getting to the point where it was like, you know, they get you clear by getting all of this crazy personal information from you, and they get their other church members close to you and have you push out everybody from your life that's not part of them. And then if you leave, they stalk you and harass you and harass your fucking family and friends, and they'll even show up at your work and fuck with your work and stuff. It's super fucked up. Yeah, it's all about getting the money.
They film. They'll go right up to them and just hold a camera in their face. It's weird.
Yeah. They've had to fucked up, man. I don't even think shit like that should be legal in America.
Yeah, no, but whatever. And they've had to kill people, right? That's had to happen in that fucking cult, man.
Fuck yeah, bro. Dude, we already know that they've helped all these people try and cover up their own crimes. They tried to help Danny Masterson get out of his shit, for God's sake. You know, they've helped all these people get out. Dude, I bet, how many hookers do you think fucking Tom Cruise accidentally killed in his life at parties? You know, and they went and they hid the body. Dude, you know that Tom Cruise, he literally has like 30 Scientologists around. They just take care of him. They wait on him like he's a god. Yeah, bro. They're around him 24/7 as his personal fucking like little.
You gotta hope for that. Maybe it's because Tom Cruise is a smart guy. He's not stupid. He's just crazy. Hopefully, one day he snaps out of it and he starts exposing the shit out of them. You know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think he drank the Kool-Aid for real.
Can he regurgitate the Kool-Aid? Can he throw it up, or is it in his system? Yeah.
I think it's in him, man. That's my personal opinion. Yeah, I don't think this dude's gonna die thinking his soul's going back into the great volcano to get spit back out to fight for.
Yeah, he does seem like a stalwart.
He's a fucking, what is it, Battlestar Galactica?
Yeah, he is a stalwart type. I don't see him changing his mind too much.
It's in his eyes. The dude,
he'll never get off their mailing list.
Yeah, I'm sure of that.
Wait, what if Billy said the Temple of Satan? Billy, where's that? The Temple of Satan.
Well, they're in lots of places. There's one in Salem. That's
but are they the creepy kind or the weird?
No, they're not devil worshippers. Like, they're the kind that just like to. They basically say, okay, if you can, they're there to fucking be the other side of the coin. And they are like, okay, well, if you can have a statue of this, then we can have a statue of that. If you're going to put this near a school, then we can put this near a school. And at the end of the day, they're like, you know, totally complete separation of religion and fucking, you know, church and state. You know what I'm saying? So actually Satanists don't believe that there is any God or any devil. They believe that we are just mammals on an earth, and they literally I mean, I guess you could call it their Bible, it's their text, but it literally just says, do as thou wilt, do what the fuck you want. There's no consequences. Devil worshippers believe there's a devil and they worship it. Those fuckers are weird and
worship Lucifer. I disagree with both, but the other kind is they're not worshiping.
Yeah, and that's Luciferian, you know, not to be confused with Rastafarian.
No, they're not worshiping Satan, you know what I mean? They just don't believe in God. To me, they're just atheists.
Yeah, but they will put up a fucking statue of Baphomet
like that.
Right. They're not going to go out there and fucking do an incantation and believe it's real, but they're going to put it up because you have a statue of Mary. They're going to say, okay, well, then we're allowed to have this. If you can put that in public,
contrarians at heart, people.
Yeah, that's why I said that's literally the opposite side of the coin, and they make a point to just say, look, we don't think that there's a God of any kind. We don't think that like the government or local governments should promote religion in any way. And that means, you know, like, yes, there can be a church, but don't put the shit like in the town square or whatever. Or if you do, legally, we've put ourselves down as a religion so that we can counter your statue with ours. Yeah, and
they start trolling the Catholic Church or religious things.
I honestly don't know. My knowledge doesn't go that deep. I honestly don't know. I've just met Satanists, you know what I mean? I've met them, and I've told you that before. I've met Satanists and devil worshippers, and I have no problem. I believe you too, as an intelligent guy that knows your shit, could sit down and actually have a conversation with somebody that was a Satanist. Then I don't think that either of you would offend
Well,
each
I've
other.
seen them
But
on talk shows and stuff, and there are two different kinds. The one kind who's not like saying I worship the devil. I still don't agree with them, right? But I could debate him or talk to him.
well, that's fine. Yeah, or even whatever, like avoid it. I'm just saying, like you could
Yeah, the
at
other
least
ones
talk to
you
one, but the devil worshiper and the Luciferian, that's different. I don't want to talk. They're fucking weird. They're whacked. They might as well be a Scientologist as far as I'm concerned. But on top of that, you have to remember they have weird, like super evil types of like spells and beliefs and like blood magic, and I mean they're fucking creepy
they
weird
literally
people.
worshipped Lucifer, the devil.
Yeah. No, right, exactly. They choose, and I've told you before, one of the funniest things I've seen was a very good friend of mine that was evangelical, Holy Ghost speaking tongues type of fucking Christian. And we were all standing in, I won't say everybody that was there, but we were all standing in a group. And some of those people were Satan worshipers, like literal fucking devil worshipers. And they were giving my buddy shit. And he's like, so let me understand this. He's like, so you're telling me that you recognize there's a God? And they're like, yeah. And he goes, okay. And you're telling me that you believe the whole story about how Satan was fucking cast down, but you choose to worship a lower God that you know is going to lose, and we all just kind of started laughing.
That I've seen. One group, like the devil, were hardcore. The ones who really worship the devil, they would wear all black makeup. But the other group wore black too. But they didn't talk like the other ones. They talked more professional.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you could see one you could see any of those people that look like Ned Flanders, or you might see them decked out from fucking Hot Topic goth. You never know, but yeah, like the trendy ones that want to be seen, yeah, they're gonna do that. The corpse paint and shit. Here's the thing with like when you see people.
I mean, to cut you off, but where the fuck do they even where are their churches? I know there was an Anton LaVey Church of Satan in like San Francisco years ago.
Oh, I don't know. That's why I don't. Like I said, they're all over the fucking U.S. I mean, they're everywhere. I know that there's one in Salem. I'm sure they're in Los Angeles.
Like reporting on these.
Those are because they're not like they will when they do certain things, but they're not like that's what I've been saying. These aren't people that are going out and fucking setting crosses on fire, dude. they fuck with legislation and stuff like that. They're literally the flip side of the coin. Like I said, they do. If you're going to put up a statue, we're going to put up a statue. You put up a cross, we're going to put up a Baphomet. You change weird shit in school and make everybody say prayer, then we're gonna fucking fight it tooth and nail. Like, and we're gonna tell everybody that we're the Church of Satan, so it gets lots and lots of press.
The ones I seen on the news seemed like, and they were like raised in like these like Southern Baptist households and shit. So I think they just became contrarians, and they think that's like pretty cool to piss everybody off, Yeah,
a lot of them legitimately don't believe there's a God
either. They said.
Right. No, that's byproduct. That's what I'm saying. They don't believe any of that. They believe that we're just straight up here on earth.
Satan, I thought. So that's when I realized there was two different groups of them. There was actually people who worship the scumbag devil.
Absolutely.
And then there's people who just call themselves devil.
Yeah, because, again, there's lots of people that don't believe in God or the devil, but they're not a member of the Church of Satan. Right? They're not somebody that wants to fight the good fight against the government. And that's why I keep saying the same thing over and over again. And I think that your way of putting it is also very good. They're a contrarian. They are the flip side of the coin. They are there to fight against a system that they do not believe should be widely like teaching stuff that they don't believe in. Okay, fine. And to your point, like you said, you don't hear about this shit on the news. These people aren't out having parades and fucking with people. They're not they don't show up in the cemetery with fucking orbs and garments and all this kind of.
What's up, just chilling, Sharon? What's up? Yeah,
yeah. So that's just to my point that that's what they exist for. Yeah, literally just to be the opposite side of the coin and fight with like lawyers and be a thorn in the side of the government.
What was that? That group, Marshall Applewhite, Heaven's Gate. They were They were some
Heaven's Gate.
sickos. They were.
Dude, that one's like super extreme. That even the story behind that is absolutely nuts. They were very extreme, that
Did all you
cult.
people? You should watch that Squid Game. That was good. I don't know if anybody's watched that. They should go watch it. That was really good. I watched it. Yeah,
Such
it
a
was
good
crazy,
show.
man. That guy, the
I'm looking
character.
forward to the yeah, there's 2 seasons.
Well, the original guy was a character. When I first started watching it, I'm like, what the fuck is this? What's he doing? Like, what is this about? I couldn't grasp what the fuck this was going to be about. And then I realized that the game, I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on? Oh, man, red light, green light. Oh, it's crazy. Uncle Edwin, what's going on? Yeah, it's R.I.P. to Ralph. That was sad. Edwin did a stream, Uncle Edwin. The good Ralph.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I saw the thing for that. Yeah, I didn't know who that was.
He was a nice
But
guy. God bless him.
that's cool. Yeah, all the best to his family and friends for sure. But the yeah, the game or whatever. Yeah, I just finished the season 2. You said you watched it through, and the season 3 is coming
Really,
out in
and that's
May.
because they ended season 2 with like a cliffhanger, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be all. Yeah, they didn't plan to do it, but they ended up splitting like the second season into season 2 and 3. So it was originally supposed to be one really long season, but it got too long, and they just split it. So we'll get the rest of the story here real soon.
You think they're gonna?
I can't wait to see, dude. There's 2 more games left. Like I figured that they were gonna have like the same games when season 2 started. I was like, all right, cool, man, I'm ready for some red light, green light, and some tug of war, and fucking cut out the cookie and that crazy glass bridge. I was ready to see all that stuff again, but they switched it up. Yeah, they switched it up. That race was fucking crazy, especially, and then they just fucking shot everybody. Like, even if you did all the stuff and you were just like, even like 6 inches from the banner or the line in that race, man, as soon as that clock went off, they just shot them all right in their fucking head.
Yeah, people probably don't know what we're talking about. But
oh, well, yeah. So Squid Games is on Netflix, and the short version is there's an organization that sends people out around. It's a Korean show. So we'll say it's in Seoul, Korea. They go out around and they find people that are really, really, really down on their luck and like crazy in debt, have nothing to live for anymore. Maybe it's like sickness, maybe it's monetary debt, whatever it might be, and they give them an opportunity to sign up to play these fucking games to win money. Well, when they get to the games, they quickly figure out that the way that money goes into the pot, right? There's like 400 people to start in the game, and every single person is worth a certain amount of money, an equal amount of money. So every time you play a game, when a person loses, they get killed in the game, right? So if you're like red light, green light, you heard us talking about red light, green light. Everybody runs green light and they hit that red light and you stop. And if anybody even moves like a small muscle, if the wind blows their hair, a sniper just fucking pops their wig.
it's real crazy.
And, say $10,000 goes into the pot, right? So at the end of that game, however many people die, that's how much money goes into this pot. And by the end of the game, the pot of money is fucking huge. But you have these games that they play are insane. And again, if you lose, you get shot on the spot.
Imagine
right
when how those people were terrified when they realized that it was like death, and they were.
Oh man, yeah, that very first red light, green light round. Holy fuck!
They were terrified.
People started running, which I get, I guess I was surprised how many people read, because when you see people get shot for moving, you would think that a lot of people would like instantaneously freeze up, but a lot of people just ran like hell and tried to escape. Yeah, they got shot for it.
That's crazy.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to season 3 though, to see the last 2 games, especially since that fucking the leader like came into the game or whatever. That shit was nuts.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, musical electric chairs. That'd be
Musical
funny.
electric chairs. Do they still have
Yeah,
electric chairs? I think they have one in Florida.
I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I think Florida has old snow. I don't know if they have old snow.
That is some brutal shit.
Yeah, your eyes pop out.
Fuck yeah, you're because and like everything swells. Your tongue swells up out of your mouth and shit. Like they can't even close your jaw. Your tongue swells so much, and the blood comes out of your ears, and it can even come out of your pores. Oh man, just boils everything in you. That shit's crazy. And it's nuts too, man. Here, put your feet in the water. Here's a wet sponge on your head. Like, wow, bro,
Remember
you
that
guys
movie,
something.
Green Mile, where they didn't put the wet sponge on the guy's head and he fried?
I don't remember that specifically. I saw that movie a really
Yeah, well,
long
they're
time
setting
ago.
up an execution, and the guy purposely didn't wet the sponge. If you don't wet the sponge, it can catch on fire, right? Yeah.
Gotcha. I did not know that. I know people catch on fire anyway, though. I've heard those stories, man. I've heard the story of having to like zap people 2 and 3 times too. And they're like, oh, well, he lived. He's retarded, but we can't do it anymore. Like, well, damn. You guys better do something. You can't just fucking leave. I mean, like, what'd he do? I mean, like, are we going to kill him or leave him retarded? What'd he do?
I think the first electric chairs, there were probably a lot of fails, and people fucking got tortured on those things.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
That's going to be very painful. What's up, Biggs? It's going to be very painful. And
You know, like the first of any of that stuff, like the first lethal injection. All right, I think this should work. This seems pretty deadly. Let's shoot it in this fucker and see what happens. It should kill him. Give it a few minutes. It should kill him.
Firing squad, though.
I've heard that. One of them, I think, is Utah. I don't know
where
right?
they're at, but there are some states that have firing squads and shit where you line someone up against the wall and shoot. It's less painful, right? Getting shot by 5 guns.
Well, yeah, and I think there's really only they have 5 guns, but I think there's only one of them that has the kill bullet in it. That way nobody knows who did it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. But yes, I would much rather get shot and have that, have the slow fade to black like an old Western versus getting thrown in an electric chair, bro. Fuck. Fuck that. Or a gas chamber. Like, geez, man, what the fuck? Just do it quick,
I'd rather
man.
be shot center mass, so wherever they shoot you, probably most likely center mass with like a high caliber.
Yeah, I think it's the heart. I think you're right. I think they put that little piece of paper. You know what I mean? You always see that in movies. They put that little thing on your heart.
A rifle blow you right away. Oof. Yeah, it'd be way better than being hung, right? Hanging. That's gotta be one of the worst. That's gotta be one of the worst. Or slow hanging.
It suck, bro. That shit sucks. Yeah, that, like I said, that would definitely suck. The gas chamber would suck. Things would be, but the electric chair seems really fucked up. Like, or they used to set people on fire. That shit's nuts too.
Yeah. People catch on fire with that. I don't know if my state ever had an electric chair in Rhode Island. I'm not sure.
Yeah, only some states did. I don't think I remember when I was a kid hearing about that shit for the first time, and I just assumed that like that's the way that they offed fuckers in America. I didn't know until I was older that like there was all kinds of lethal injections and fucking shooting and all this stuff, gas chambers.
No, Carol, they retired old Sparky a few years ago. I don't remember when, but they retired the electric chair.
I wonder if they've got it in any kind of like weird ghost museum or like executioner museum.
Without a doubt, that thing is in a museum in that state, especially old Sparky.
Yeah,
that thing. I wonder how many lives it took. Right? I wonder how many people.
Fuck, it's got to be plenty. It's got to be plenty.
Especially in Florida, especially back in the old Southern days, right?
That's the kind of shit, like, bro, I don't believe in ghosts and stuff, but I also believe just because of the crazy, like, superstitious Italian family that I have, I believe in like the weird juju or like the bad vibes and shit or things you just don't do. You don't test it. I wouldn't sit in an electric chair. That's been no way.
Well, just like I wouldn't play with a Ouija board and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm not messing with that.
I would not sit in that fucking chair, bro. In like a museum, if they let you and like take your pic, I wouldn't even touch it.
Oh, these grave robbers robbing graves, like digging up bodies.
Yeah, see, that's something that's a perfect example. Good point, bro. That's another thing that I could not do. I do not. I legitimately do not believe in fucking ghosts or spirits, but I also believe. Why do that? Why test it? Why, you know what I mean? Like, why tempt it? That's bad vibes, right? That's bad karma, bad whatever. You know, every culture has a certain word for that thing that you just don't do that might bring about negative consequences. Fuck that.
The hangman in the movie, The Cold Blood, got 600 for hanging. Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, I guess, you know, as far as like if you had to be an executioner, which was usually like the half retarded giant guy from town, that they would just like give an extra serving of meat. So I mean, I guess 600 is pretty good.
Yeah.
You know,
That's nuts. Yeah, I wouldn't let a Ouija board in either. Those things. I was surprised that toy companies would even make those things, but it's crazy. But yeah, it's a crazy way to. Another one is the gas would probably be the most like terrible, like gassing you somebody. That's terrible.
yeah, bro, that's terrible. Yeah,
Not
just
gonna
dying of
change.
asphyxiation, trying to breathe, like
Well, that's what it would be.
ugh,
You'd probably suffocate or have some.
drowning out of water. Yeah, drowning outside of the water. You know,
Yeah.
that's some fuckery right there.
Yeah, that's got to be a. Well, what do you think the easiest one would be in medieval time? Have your head chopped off? Yeah, beheading, right? That'd probably
Yeah, I mean, it freaks me out that they say you can see and like you're cognitive for about 5 seconds or so. That freaks me
yeah, they
out.
say that. Yeah, I've heard them say that too, with the eyes and stuff still move for a second.
Yeah, that kind of freaks me out, to be honest. But medieval, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess that'd be the best because what you could fuck around. Well, yeah, I was gonna say, bro, you just took the words. I was gonna say you could fuck around and end up getting drawn and quartered or some shit. You know what I mean? So just like, yeah, bro, just cut my head off. I don't want to be disemboweled and have my privy parts chopped off before my face. You know what I mean? And then like hung until I'm almost dead and then drawn and quartered. Like they used to do some evil shit. They used to hit you with the combination murder back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. They would lay you out on a table and chop things off of you and put them in your face so you could see them, and then they'd set you half on fire and half drown you.
But first, what they would do is they would take you and hang you, right? They'd pull
until
you
almost dead. Yep.
Until almost dead. Then they drop you. Then they put you on a table. They cut open your stomach and rip your intestines out, disembowel, throw it on a fire, and then they take you and chop your arms off and then head. I think they drag you there on a horse, right? They drag you there on a horse.
Mm-hmm. Yep. In front of this is public. In front of everybody's cheering and buying pretzels and shit. Yeah.
Yes. Having a great time. Little fucking.
All the kids are throwing rocks at you.
Yeah. Cabbage rocks. They're drinking ale and little kids are having fucking snow cones. Yeah. And then you get beheaded. Public executions. That's what they had back then.
Yep. For hundreds and hundreds of years, man. And England was and France, but England was especially vicious with their public
execution. Spain too. Yeah, Spain too.
Yeah.
The Inquisition, Torquemada, and all that stuff.
Very, very sick.
They have this one thing. Henry VIII had this one torture device in his dungeons. I forget the name of it, but it was like a big piece of wood with a point on the top of it, and you would sit on it.
Oh, I've seen that in pictures. Yeah,
brutal. They would have these other things that would go inside an orifice, maybe a mouth or the backside, and they could twist it and rip it open. What's up, Charles? What's up, big bro? What's going on? And they would twist it, and it would come open and rip humans apart. It was insane.
Fuck.
Yeah, I've seen that in a lot of history stuff.
Remember that crazy electricity table in The Princess Bride?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Bro, they fucked that guy up. That shit was gnarly. They had that big like waterfall wheel,
Yeah.
the big water wheel in the back that powered it, and he kept pulling the lever down more and more and more. They had wet sponges on his head too, actually.
Pearpoint. That sounds familiar, William. It sounds very familiar. Pearpoint. It's a torture device or something,
And the
right?
Iron Maiden.
The Iron Maiden was vicious. All those, it was meant to not hit your vital points so you could live longer. It
Yeah,
was all those points that went in you hit spots that could take it. You know what I mean? Like there's people that have been shut in the Iron Maiden and lived, right?
right.
Like, it's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get stuck in that.
I don't want to fucking but you wouldn't want to be alive when they pulled that door open.
No, you're gonna be in a lot of
Pulled
trouble.
you off those spikes. You wouldn't want to be alive.
Oh, famous hangman. Oh no, I didn't know who he was. No. Yeah, that was a job. They were, you had the royal executioners, your local hangmen in the little towns, the cities. It was a job,
Yeah,
and
as I said, a lot of. Go ahead.
usually your political enemies. It depends if they really don't like you and they want to fuck with you. Usually they would hire your executioner to botch it, or they would get him stone cold drunk the night before. So hopefully he fucks up. But a lot of times they would pay people to botch it, right?
Yeah, people would pay them too and say, hit me with the first. Make it a good shot.
Yeah, that too. I'll make sure it's a good shot. They don't suck.
Yeah, swing true, sir.
Yeah, swing true. Look at Henry VIII. He ordered the French swordsman from Calais to come behead Anne Boleyn instead of an axe because he knew she was innocent. That's why. But he had her head chopped off with a sword instead of an axe. Unlike his other wife, Catherine Howard, whose head was taken off with an axe. She actually went mad. She was in a dungeon for like 2 months in a dark dungeon with no lights. She went totally crazy. They had to drag her to the execution block. Literally. She was young. She was 17. She was stupid though. She cheated on him with his
Well,
group.
yeah, that's fucking stupid. Yeah.
A guy named something Culpepper was his name. Culpepper. Who was Henry's groom, who helped Henry get dressed and shit, which is a great honor and a good job to have. Why would you sleep with the queen, you moron?
Not a good idea.
No, it didn't end well for either party. Secret Mafia grandpa won America the war. He could have with his Lucky Luciano ties. Yes.
Oh yeah. If it
Secret
wasn't for
Mafia grandpa
Secret
was
Mafia
there.
Grandpa, we'd have never got into Sicily. Yeah, no doubt.
And Secret Mafia grandma, the driver, was actually knitted the flag for Lucky Luciano.
Yeah, bro, she was running all that whiskey at like 14 and 15. Forget about it.
Imagine that.
One of the stupidest things ever.
Now,
One of the stupidest things ever.
what bootlegger, operation, gang, crew, whatever you want to call a group of people selling booze together, would ever send a 15-year-old child, a girl, never mind a boy or a girl, you would send neither, but especially not a.
But the girl's still a good point because women couldn't even vote.
They could.
Fuck out of here, bro. You were supposed to be in the kitchen.
He goes like this. He goes, they sent her because nobody would pull her over. It's like, dude,
Bullshit. She'd be the first one they'd pull over.
yes, they should be the very first one they'd pull over. What are you talking about?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
easy. They'd pull her over in a heartbeat because they were like, why should a woman be driving at this time?
Yeah, dude, it would basically be like getting pulled over in Iran now. Why you don't have a man with you?
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you not have a man with you? And why are you driving? Why are you operating machinery?
Not only that, think about if the truck broke down or some animal wanted to rape her, God forbid.
Forget about it, of course.
Kidnap her. Who would trust some young girl to pay all the tolls and all the gas and stuff? It's just so ludicrous.
And it's not even a car she's driving, right? She's driving a truck that's obviously got shit in it, so it'd be perfect for somebody that wanted to hijack. Yeah, opportunity.
Exactly, dude. Like it's just so ludicrous to even think and say that. My grandma, and it's not like he said she drove it for a town over, right? He didn't say she drove it from from Providence to Cranston. Okay, even then you'd get pulled over, but it's more all right. I can see that at night, possible. Okay, even though they didn't even have headlights back then. It's just amazing. The lies. It's like they're gonna pull a woman over and all of that. What if she broke down? I don't think these liars think about all their angles before they tell the lies. Yeah, I don't think they think
Yep. They
like think
just let
about
fucking that, especially
that.
that dude just lets it fly. Yeah, he just
He
starts
lets it
talking.
fly. Yeah, he's like Babe Ruth, letting it fly.
Yeah, he just
Think
starts
about
talking
this.
and lets it all go and
How
catches up
crazy
with it later.
how crazy do you got to be to say that my grandmother was a bootlegger in the 1930s that ran trucks all the way to New York and fucking New Hampshire, where the fuck he
She was
said.
working with the fucking Kennedys and the raviolis.
Yeah. What 15-year-old girl is going to change a tire back then? I wouldn't get pulled. They'd pull her over in a heartbeat. Especially the sexist bat, you want to call them sexist, whatever. I think they'd be more looking out for the girl. I'd call them a good Samaritan, because if you back then, picture us seeing a 60-year-old.
I'm going full on ist. You cover that angle. I'm going to come from the ist side and just be like, why do you not have a man with you, and why are you working machinery?
Why do you have a big truck like this, and why are you alone?
You know, you're a woman.
Yeah,
What gives? You
15.
can't vote. You can't fucking work most places. You're supposed to be in a kitchen somewhere. Why aren't you making me a pie?
Go make me a sandwich, woman.
That's
Now,
right.
in all seriousness, like,
Oh, that was full on. Where's my dinner, bitch?
yeah, right?
Territory.
Yeah,
Yeah, that time in America was full on. Where's my dinner, bitch?
of
Time.
course
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Picture some 40-year-old state trooper pulling over, seeing a 15-year-old girl drive a big
Yeah.
fucking truck drive by. What? Not many 15-year-old girls could even drive those trucks. Even if she did, no way, no men are gonna trust some young girls, and she could get killed, robbed,
She
and
had a sawed-off shotgun in each pocket.
yeah, I know. I know.
She spit nails. That one.
Yeah, she chewed on nails.
Yeah.
So I don't think these liars, same with Trambo and his lies, all these like fictional lying people, I don't think they really think out these stories too well.
No. Well, yeah. I mean, none of them do. We got people talking to ghosts and people fucking talking to dead grandparents, people fighting demons, and
Yeah, look at John Panacea with that. Like, all
yeah,
right,
or the other guy, he fought demons in jail. You know,
yeah, I know. You know how crazy and narcissistic you got to be to tell someone, and tell your own mother that her parents are telling me to go to the FBI. That's crazy, man. And
oh,
who's
for
going to
to be
believe
able to
that?
look somebody in the face and tell them that not only did you see ghosts, but you had like very intimate and important life changing conversations with them, and
And
that
the
the whole house and
whole
like the cutlery shook.
yeah. I don't know. He thought people would believe that, I guess, in his
It's
psychotic
crazy to think people. Yeah, it's nuts, man.
mind. No, I don't know who that is. I don't know who JT is, William.
I had to fight a demon for 15 hours. Like,
Yeah,
no, bro, you were detoxing off drugs and fucking PC. They had you in a hole in like a life preserver for a fucking straight jacket. Yeah, you were coming down off all that cocaine that you used to sell, bro. Your brain was tripping.
that's
That
crazy.
demon you were fighting, that guy's name was Randy.
Or even Trambo telling people he's going to send them to basketball games and buy them cars. It's like, all right, what happens next week when this game doesn't happen, or if this car doesn't come, or we're not watching a Mets game? Like, what's your excuse then?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you plan on, just hanging with these people on YouTube for a week and then lying to them again? Oh,
Or disappearing off the face of the earth. You're gonna change your screen name and go to another chat. What's the deal? What's the plan?
that's what he should have done if he was smart.
Oh
You know,
yes, that he is not.
because you're straight up
What
lying.
he is barefooted and dirty and broken shorts, standing behind like a completely deteriorated fucking shower curtain that divides his piece of a yard from somebody else's rented piece of a yard. There's probably a tent on the other side of that just off of view, you know, like a little hibachi grill and shit like that.
Yeah, that's what he had too. It was funny.
Yeah.
PI? Yeah, I don't know. Magnum PI, I know, but I don't know a PI.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think they don't think them out. Like he didn't do the math with his Tyson lies, or even lying to people. Like I said, like it's like if I tell you, all right, next week I'm going to come on here with and show you guys a sword from Rome, right? Let's just say that I told everybody that tonight. What happens next week when that time comes and I gotta make up a story? Well, I left the sword at my girlfriend's house or something. And then next week, what's the lie gonna be? Well, the sword was stolen from the house, and like what it blows my mind with these people. I don't know why he just didn't say his real name like he had to at the end, anyways, and not lie to people.
Still, like one of the most outlandish things. Still, I know that this dude has said a lot of shit, and a lot of people have said a lot of shit, but still, one of the most outlandish things I've ever heard in my life was I fought Kimbo twice.
Yeah, that was
it's like that. What? No, you did not. That was just one of the most idiotic things on its face for somebody to say and like actually try and convince people and then double down on, bro. That guy was an animal monster.
Well, not only double down on it, but get the cities wrong that the guy fought him, man. Just all weird stuff.
Yeah.
And he fought him. He goes, no, I said I trained with him twice. Trying to.
It's like you didn't do that either. No, you didn't.
Stop lying, man.
Bro.
What the worst is going to be telling people you're going to send them to baseball games.
And fly them from fucking Australia.
Yeah, fly them from Australia in. So he's going to fly all these people out. So at the same time, he's telling 3 or 4 people he's going to fly them to games. Like, are you a millionaire? And no way you're a millionaire, buddy. No.
Oh yeah. Remember, it continued. He kept those were lies that continued to build. Also, remember, he owned his own fucking private jet, and he owned like swaths of fucking luxury rentals in Miami. That was another one I called bullshit on, and I don't know if anybody in here would remember it, but that was in like the one chat that I was in that he was in where I said, "What? So you're in the Russian mafia?" When he said he owned mad luxury property in Miami, I'm like, well, you're either Asian or you're in the Russian mob. If that's true, that's on the real too, bro. Like,
I think, like I said, I think he's mentally ill and he loves telling stories. Like people,
he's a pathological fucking lying freak. Yeah, he's not like super. The thing is, like, he knows he's really making this stuff up, but he's trying to put together like little characters for people to like, and he plays them. He's not ultra delusional and pathological in the way that like Phoebe and like Panisi are. Where they really start to believe their own shit. That guy knows he's full of shit and just tells you "fuck yourself" if you don't believe it.
Yeah, he knows he's lying.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's a different kind of thing, and it's actually more offensive. Like Panisi's a fucking paranoid skits. Okay, check. We know why you do the things you do, and you got the delusional. I hate myself. Everybody hates me. I have a face not even a mother could love. Fucking MTR. He's got all his problems. Pathological freak, but he believes his stuff. So it's actually a little more offensive for somebody that knows they're full of shit to just keep shoving it in your fucking face.
Yeah, he was crazy.
It does make it funnier, though.
He took it from movies too. A lot of the stuff was from movies. The Top Gun, with the Admiral's daughter. All that stuff was from.
Yeah, I didn't catch any of that stuff when it was going down. I remember hearing all these pieces of this weirdness. I put the story together after a while from all of you. But yeah, that was all nuts, man. All nuts. So he had me box instead of go to jail.
Yeah.
What's up, Cuban B?
Yeah, what's up, Cuban B? And it made no sense. It's like, wait a minute. How would that judge even know? that you did boxing, right? Like, how would he even know? And you
Yeah.
didn't do no boxing. You didn't. So I don't. It was the whole story just made no sense. 1,000 people in a courtroom, and you want to go
Yeah, if you would have
box?
said like, they made me join the military, I'd have been like, oh, that shit happened all the time back in the day. Yeah,
Yeah,
if he just made you join the military instead of go to jail, yeah, that happened all the time. But you had to throw in all this weirdness about, yeah, it's because I'm a boxer. See, I'm the best boxer around. See, and he knew that. See, like, bro, you're such a fucking moron.
yeah. Then he morphed into like some sort of like mob guy, pal,
Mm-hmm.
associate, or something like that, or whatever he was making himself out to be, driving for all these guys. I
You
forget.
know who my friends are.
Yeah, that was
They'll
weird.
be here in 5 minutes,
Yeah,
lady
yeah,
and
threatening.
young man that I'm talking to that is not threatening me at all.
Yeah, he was getting all tough with that kid because that kid was totally unconfrontational.
Yeah, and there was a woman on the phone on
Yeah,
that
there was a
phone call.
woman
Yeah, that's the all the people that he was talking to were people that were just not threatening.
Yes, yeah. So he was playing it off. If that was like some 6 foot something guy or some dude there ready to fight, he wouldn't have acted like that.
Or Piggy's greatest fear, a black guy.
Yes, a 6 foot black guy.
If there
And
was a
not
black
even
guy on
a
the other end of the
photo.
phone,
Yeah, he'd be terrified.
the trepidation, yeah, the fear was palpable in the air when he knew that it was dun 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 a black guy.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Fucking Piggy kills me with that shit, bro. Every time somebody's supposed to be tough or somebody's supposed to be cool, he's like, wiggity, 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 whack, y'all. It's my black friend. Or it was a black guy.
Yeah,
Fucking retard.
yeah, he's a weird egg.
The
That
guy is such a mook, bro. I swear.
yeah, he's retarded.
Yeah.
And I guarantee probably did put that guy. Did you? I don't know if you've seen a video.
Oh,
Red
yeah, I
Joe.
saw that. I saw him. Yep.
Yeah, I believe that.
And so do I, 100%. Because it tracks. That's why. Because it totally tracks.
Yeah, yeah. Because he said that he told Paul Smoke secretly. I think Lefty said it. Lefty's like he told Paul Smoke
Lefty
secretly.
and that rat bastard fucking drunk guy. I don't know his name, but I always call him the alcoholic drunk guy.
Catfish, Markle, Thomas Markle, Fraudolino. Yeah, yeah, Catfish. Yeah,
Yeah.
he told them that he told on some guy, Monk, or something like that.
Yeah, he wore a wire on him.
Wow. Yeah, that
Yeah, it
doesn't.
wasn't just that he fucking ratted. It was he straight up fucking wore a wire.
Yeah, that don't surprise me at all. I've said that a long
No, it
time
doesn't.
ago.
Dude, it tracks
He's the
100
type.
fucking percent with that guy.
He's the type that would if look how he acts on here, calling the cops on homeless guys and shit.
FBI on speed dial,
Yeah,
trying to get other people to call FBI on people.
getting punched in the nose and fucking trying to get people fucking executed by the government over it. Yeah, if he got caught with a couple of things of cocaine or crack, he's diming someone out. He ain't
Of
spending
course,
it on jail.
bro. Yeah.
Whoever his deal is, one of them are going to jail. One of them are
It
going
was
away.
probably just like the Rat Squad video.
Yeah.
It's gonna go from fucking hey, I could rat for you to hey, it's actually that woman's it's in the car. It's hers, man. It's not mine. I promise, but I know all kinds of important people. I could help you. You could help me.
Well, they would bust them, and they always ask, like, "Hey, who do you get this from? I'll let you go if you give me your big dealer."
Hey, you're that guy that gives fucking old fashions out of a hotel room.
Yeah.
We need to. We're gonna do a sting operation on them, and then we're gonna put a wire on you to call your supplier, your local dealer.
To crime cause. That's funny. What's up, Jane Perry? Phybiology? We were just talking about your science project. How many years have you been beefing with Phoebe? He loathes this lady. He's terrified of Jane Perry, Her and Joe Badders, or Mr. Badders, whatever his name was. He was a character. Him and Jane Perry, been calling Phoebe out for years. He despises them.
Good.
He goes to bed at night, like probably making voodoo dolls of these two.
Good job, Jane Perry.
See his face drop. Who's
Because I hate that guy, and I have for years, bro. I just absolutely I loathe MTR
Yeah, he's
and all
crazy.
his weird fucking trans ethnic bullshit.
Yeah, he is trans ethnic. He's
He
crazy.
fucking 100% is trans ethnic. Yeah.
He's out of
Looking
his
like the Joker with his makeup off and shit.
I would love to like have a fake reporter hit him up and act like they believe like all the crazy stuff. Like, come on, off the record, tell me the truth.
Dude, I'd pay $5 to hear a reporter ask him what it's like to be trans.
Yeah, trans Italian.
Yeah, man.
He's
Yep.
trans Italian.
100%, bro. I would die. I wouldn't even be able to breathe. I would die. If like somebody was interviewing and be like, so tell me about when did you decide in your life to be brave enough to come out?
As an Italian.
Yeah, exactly.
When did you start to come out as a spaghetti American, sir?
It's brave of you to become an openly trans ethnic the way that you have, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah.
That would be really funny though, like because I love
hilarious, dude.
Those bullshitter types like that. Like if they think somebody believes them and it's gonna stay between them, they will throw some real crazy shit, like real crazy stories are gonna come your way.
Yep,
and it gets real fun. You know?
That last interview that you played from Phoebe with that guy. What was he British?
It might have been the Brit dude or the Midwestern guy.
Yeah, I don't remember which one, but that shit was outlandish. He went to started bringing some of those old stories to a whole new level in that interview. That shit was wild.
Click on Carol Quill's comment. That's funny. As a kid, his parents told him you can be whatever you want to be. He took it to the extreme and created a life that doesn't exist. That's funny, man. That is funny.
That's true.
It is true, though.
And he did it more than once, actually. He's done it a few times in a row.
You got to be really mentally fucking tapped to believe it, too, to believe a lot of... he can't believe all of it, but he believes a lot of it, right? Like a story where he said he went to a wedding, and then the bride came up to him and said, "My brother and them ratted you out. You got to run, go."
Wow.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Well, when he seen the guy who ratted him out in the case, and he grabbed the guy and said, "I should cut your throat out." And the guy's like, "Can I have a cigarette?" And he goes, "Yeah." I was like, what?
What?
If I ever see you, I'm going to kill you. It's like, what? If I ever see you again, I'm going to... It just made...
But here, have a cigarette. You want me to light it for you?
All this... See, I like taking apart weird stories, like liars, stories like that. They're fun, right? They're fun.
Of course, man. It's fucking... Because these people are stu-nod.
Yeah, and I like to see how crazy are these people. Like, how far will they go with some of their stories?
Yeah. Well, that fucker takes them to the end, bro, and then jumps off the cliff with them.
Yeah, he does.
He really does, man. He fucking rocks those things till the wheels fall off.
Well, some are funny. Like, I got shot twice. I was shot twice. That was funny, man. I don't know why he got shot or where, but he said he was shot twice. And he goes, "Does anybody care that I got 3rd-degree burns on my leg and I was shot twice?"
It's like, yeah, sure you did, ketchup face. It's like, what'd you do, bro? Look like you wiped some fucking greasy prosciutto on your face and then put some ketchup on it.
Yeah, they're going down with the ship. Yes, they are.
Oh yeah, for sure. That fucker's going down with it. That's what I said. He'll die with it. You know.
They're going down.
I heard he got his omerta tattoo covered up. I don't know if that's true or not.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Should have never got it in the first place. Number one, it's an oxymoron. What is it even like? Omerta. All right, so okay, why do you have that on you? You know,
it's just one of those words that came from Sicilian. They got.
I know what it is. I know.
Yeah, it meant humility in Sicily, which was another way of telling everybody else, you know, stay in fucking line.
and it'd be silent, right?
And well, yeah, right. You weren't supposed to talk about anything that happened, but that
Yeah,
was like
so
the
why?
rules from the people. Yeah, but it
So
basically
why?
came from a Sicilian word that meant humility. Yeah,
Well, they probably didn't even like to write it on paper, for Christ's sake. So why put a tattoo of it on you? It's
it's
so
weird. It's super fucking weird, especially when like you're so far removed from anything or anyone that would have ever been involved with such a thing. It's just strange, dude.
What's this new one? Watch Vivian. Who the hell cigar Tony Soprano style? Watch that on Fibby cigar. What is that? A
I don't
new?
know. First, William Wallace said, "Did you see him with a cigar in New York?"
Oh
Now he's saying,
yeah.
"Watch that Phoebe on cigar Tony Soprano." So I guess he's just like rocking a cigar.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was funny. Where he's looking out at the ocean and he's sitting there like that rat Sal Pelosi. He turns around. I'm gonna give you the tour of your life. He turns his head again. Are you ready? It was funny. That was
That
hilarious.
guy's such a fucking freak.
I
Such a
think it was,
freak.
yeah, I think it was funny. Watch that. He said he posted the link above. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm not. I went through. Actually, I was trying to tell you that they completely like took
Have a wrench, William, so you
the
couldn't.
present button off of here, off of Restream, and it wasn't even like a pay tier thing. I have no idea why. I looked it up and was reading through their FAQ and stuff like that, and it's just fucking gone.
Oh.
Yeah, so I just don't even. When I'm going to present things, I'm going to use StreamYard. When I want to do something else, I'll
We
come
were
up with.
talking about ghosts. Now we have phantom links dropped by William. They're phantom links. No, we can't see them, William, because you have no wrench. And even if you did, you can't get to it now. When you leave the link on my channel, I'll
Yeah,
check it.
or in a comment, right? Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if
comment.
you can still leave links in comments though.
Oh yeah, I don't know either.
You can try though, if you can. I'll check it out. How old is it? Or did I already stream it? Because his old ones are the best, where he's talking about growing up in the family and the Goodfellas stuff, and that stuff's hilarious.
Yeah, they're showing me the Goodfellas movie, and they said that's our family.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's our family.
Well, the
Like you're
beach.
a fucking. You know what, bro? You're a herb. That's if you really said that. Whoever said that to you is like a real
An
fucking herb,
idiot.
bro.
The beach one's one of my favorites with the grandfather. The story made no sense. Uh, he sees his little cousin getting drowned at the beach, fighting with some other little kid.
Mm-hmm.
So little Loman grabs him, Fibby, punches the kid in the nose, and the kid runs to his mother and comes back, and the family's there, and the mother's all scared of the grandfather. And the grandfather says, "You did a good, but you did one thing wrong. You did it in front of people. Never punch someone in front of people." So
Mm-hmm. I remember that story.
whole story is his little cousin's being drowned.
Mm-hmm.
How is he not going? And you're at a beach. How's he not going to punch
Yep.
somebody in front of someone? You know, it made no
See,
sense.
what you got to do is be a fucking extra smart mafia guy when you're 6, and you have to get their tag number and then go back to the clubhouse.
And
See,
the woman started saying sorry and all scared. She wouldn't have been scared. Mothers don't give a fuck. If someone hits their kid, they'll yell at anybody.
of course,
They don't give
of
a
course.
like they're gonna be scared. Number one, the grandfather wasn't even someone known. But
I
even if
told you before when you told me this, my grandfather would have been like, "Fuck them." You would fucking see if their whole family wants to fight. You know what I mean? Like, see, put that. See, our family will go over there. We'll fight their family. Fuck those.
especially just the mother alone saying, "Hey, my kid was being drowned," or something. You know, it made no sense.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. The dude's a retard. Like you said, all the weird stuff he pulls from movies and all this like just garbage scenarios that he just vomits words, man.
You think they fall asleep with their movies on and like they just
Certainly,
go in their head 24/7?
definitely,
I know parts of
definitely. I
movies
mean,
too.
we know Gunpoke fucking sleeps like Donald Duck watching those movies.
Yeah, he loves them.
Yeah,
Yes, he's just got a night. He sleeps in a nightie, in a teddy. He's
yep.
a little teddy for the Harambe. He's in a teddy. Yeah, I remember parts from movies too. Shit, but I don't incorporate them.
Well, yeah, but what? Yeah, and especially even if you did quote it, it would be in a very obvious manner to quote it to somebody that like knew that you were quoting it. You wouldn't say it in a video to try and pass it off as your own words of wisdom. What a fucking moron!
No, like I remember all movies I like. Everybody knows movies they like, right? That they remember parts from, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's weird.
that line from the fucking Sopranos was way too much. I know that there were other lines, but like the ones he was delivering from the Sopranos that were all super obvious, that shit was just
Yeah, it was funny.
amazing, bro. A chef's kiss. It was perfect.
Or how about him watching Jerry Valley, or I don't know, one of them Italian singers, and he was with three mob guys, and they didn't know he was lip singing, and Phoebe had to break it to them, and it was fucking so bizarre.
Yeah.
How this kid comes up. Do you know that I think he just meets people who are just like these wise guy humps and dress like they're in the mob or something, maybe, or think what gangsters dress like. And he just hangs with them and thinks they're really gangsters, maybe. Or a lot of these grown men, man, will lie to each other. I'm telling you.
Well, yeah, that and remember like the '80s
They'll
movies
tell
that
each
they would make, where like they always had like they would start off stories with like a kid. He was the daydreamer, you know. He would just stare out the window, and like this whole movie would happen in his head or whatever. You know, there was a lot of movies like that in the '80s. I think that's how this dude is. That's how he literally just dreams this weird shit. He might just meet a random fucking redheaded guy, freckles, yellow sunglasses, the whole thing at McDonald's, and like have this weird daydream that that's like an Italian mafia dude there, you know, like he just writes these books in his fucking head, bro.
a lot of them, and a lot of these middle-aged older men, dude, they lie to people. And a lot of them in this genre, there's people.
Well, yeah, and they'll hang out with other people that lie like them, knowing full well they're liars because they'll back up each other's bullshit.
Yeah, they're all lie and say they're in the mob, dude. These people are fucking nuts.
Just like My Blue Heaven, A-Light, and fucking Calandra, and all the rest of these weird fuckers, and fucking nasty old Schmeagol and fucking Father Mike. They all just back each other's bullshit. Here, you say you did this, and I'll say I did that, and you could say you knew about it, and I'll say, yeah, I agree.
How crazy you got to be to believe that? You know, like, come on.
Yeah, man.
Well, he is from, like I said, he's from Virginia Beach. I'm not knocking Virginia Beach, but they're not like really street smart people, I'm guessing, especially not.
It's a military town.
Yeah, especially not Phoebe being a military kid and all, you know.
Yeah, Virginia Beach is a military town. I
He
told you, I've been through there several times.
He is a good con man, though. He did con a lot of people for a while, you know.
Yeah, and I'll say I know you've made that point before, and I will say again that and I think you agreed with. We said it was like in the middle. It's like this dude just spews fucking crazy lies, and then he becomes an opportunist when the people actually believe them. He doesn't go into it being like a wise con man that's pulling a long game.
No.
But once he realized some of this shit was working, yeah, he just continued with it and knowingly lied to people. So
yeah, and he plays the cunt role like a fucking master.
So a good actor, I guess.
Good actor, yes, a very good actor. He can play the cunt routine and I'm gonna kill myself routine like a fucking master. Yeah, he knows how to do all that. He is a manipulative little cunt.
Yeah, well, we know he manipulated Angel big time. Yeah.
Yeah, he manipulates a lot of people. Oh, he's
Well, I'm sure that's true.
Every one of his subscribers, he's manipulating.
Well, yeah, he lied to them all. Yep, and continues to do that.
Yeah, David, the hockey voice is different. Yeah, they're all. Look at these people. How many of these people? Look at the pizza guy too. Go watch that other show that he's on. That's two different people, man. Like two different voices, accents, personas. Because the people are trying to be something they're not. It's arranged. People are fucking crazy.
Yep.
I wonder if he went to acting classes or accent classes, right?
I don't know. He needs his money back if he did because they suck.
Yeah, yeah. He could never get down to Providence.
They suck bad.
See, I don't know these like New York accents that well. He was trying to imitate a few of them, and then people said he tried to do like a Philadelphia accent.
Yeah, he tried. Yes, yeah, exactly. And I've mentioned that before, that like over the years I would go through hate watching from time to time. And the first one that freaked me out was when he was trying to act like he was from Brooklyn and trying a Brooklyn accent. And I was just sickened by it. And then, yeah, he tried to do the Philly accent because he was hanging out with all those guys and they accepted him. They took him into all those secret mafia bars.
And then he woke up with his bummy hurting. That kid is out of his rabbit ass mind.
Yep.
Picture the first day him arriving at Johnny Leto's house. John, it's me, Sifting ID. You're Jeffrey Loman.
Oh yeah, for sure. Eli to open up the door in his bike shorts and ask for a kiss.
Well, first he was like, "Mom, can this kid please stay?
Yeah,
is he over 18? Not like the last one. No, yeah. Mom.
We have plenty of chicken. I'll buy a new bag of chicken tendies.
Yeah, he's over 18. Can he sleep over, please?" Mom Yoleto gives the okay. Jimmy Cheeks is gnawing on a ham bone in the corner.
Yep.
Floman walks in, and the fucking song comes on, "Moving On Up" with the Jeffersons.
Yeah, and then Loman's like, "Now about that kiss."
About that pack on the head. Yeah, I would love to be a fly in the wall on that thing. That would have been real funny. Oh, when he sent them on the secret mafia mission.
Yep.
I'd like to give Loman truth serum. Like truth serum, right? Where it'd be impossible, but maybe where he couldn't lie. Like, yeah. What was the secret mafia mission? Where was he sending you? What was your mission?
Oh, we know he was supposed to guard the girl.
Yeah, I know, but there has to be like a backstory, right?
Oh, sure, yeah. I'm not. Yeah, no, you're right about that. I don't.
Why is the girl scared? Who's stalking?
Who's he protecting her from? Yeah.
And where did Phoebe sleep? Did he have a collar on with a chain next to the door?
One thing we can be certain of is that it was because it was a mob mission, and she must have been wanted by like the Yakuza or something like that.
Was she throwing him gristle? He was eating gristle off the steak on all fours. Was he standing outside with a musket like Teddy Duchamp and Stand By Me? Corporal Jeffrey Loman, standing guard. Like, what was how did it go down? That would be fucking hilarious to know.
Yeah, A-Light's like, now make sure you call Daddy every day at 8 o'clock.
Make sure you send me those pictures. Are we gonna make movie star?
Don't worry, A-Light would tell him, don't worry, there's gonna be other guys, you just won't see them. They'll be posted up around the block to keep you safe, but you won't see them.
There's gonna be other mob guys watching you. You're not gonna know when. They're gonna leave you secret messages. Loman was probably looking at the neighbors, giving hand signals and shit to them.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Or any cars that drove by, he probably told the girl.
He's like flashing his own Merida tattoo at random people. Yeah. And they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he probably walked around. Anybody drove by, showed them the tattoo. Don't fuck around.
Exactly.
I would love to speak with that lady.
Yeah, he's probably wearing the pink choker that fucking A-Light gave him.
Oh, yeah. And he's got his rabies shot right on his neck, around his neck, to prove that he's got his tags, so they know he's got his rabies shot and his distemper.
Yeah, he keeps on that little hook where the chain would go on his choker. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he looks, that's crazy. I would love to know how that went, man.
Or imagine the girl's surprise when she was told she was being sent like a secret mafia hitman, and that she had to keep him hidden, and that fucking ugly not Italian dude showed up.
And what did Johnny Leto tell? Like, who's coming? I'm sending Jeffrey Loman, the Italian mafia hitman, to protect you.
No, remember he lied to both of them. So A-Light told fucking Loman that he had to protect the girl. He told the girl that she had to keep Loman hidden.
Johnny Leto spitting wolves of bullshit in y'all.
Yep.
Just to get rid of Fibby. So Fibby must have been, where did he go, Spike? Where did he go? Up his ass 24/7 at the house. He probably couldn't, like, living with him was a bad idea.
Yep.
Bad idea. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck, a guy makes a mess. He's constantly rubbing up against me like a cat in heat.
That girl must have been like,
Eating all my chicken tendies.
we gotta hide this guy he's wanted for extortion. Woo!
Yeah, or yeah, that's who God knows. Like you said, I would also love to know what he said. Yeah, was the root of all these things to both of them.
Yeah,
for sure.
He's wanted for baseball batting a guy in the head.
Yeah, exactly.
Dun, 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 dun. Like shit. Yeah, that must be. You know how funny that story must be.
Oh fuck it! It's gonna be up there with. I mean, fuck, bro. It's gonna be just delusional as fuck.
He woke up with he had an anus horribilis, Dustin.
Yeah,
that's what he had instead of the not a real bad year. I don't know how long he lived there. Couple months, maybe 2-3 months. Probably not long, right? Leto probably couldn't deal. They couldn't deal with each other. What's up, King Dom? Voice overnight.
Yeah, who knows what it was, man? Yeah, but he definitely was getting rid of that fucker, and Loman was all like heartbroken and butthurt, and that's when he made up that whole weird angel lie and got in with her.
Yeah, most likely. He's a sick man.
Well, yeah, that's when it happened. He came back from that. Him and the girl figured out that they were both being lied to. They met him at that hotel. They were staying and they were having that Ricky fucking nighttime pool party together.
So that's when they fell out.
Huh?
So that's how they fell out over
that. Yeah. And that's when he came up with that whole cell phone story. Okay, yeah, right. That he sold the angel. Yeah, which is a fucking
liar. Must
huge
not
lie.
Yeah,
I'm your friend.
Yeah, I'm your white knight.
I'm fairly convinced, knowing how sick he is and the way we know he makes shit up, that it was never A-Light. Yes, A-Light's a sick fuck. Yes, he went after Angel, but no, I don't believe even a piece of this story from Loman. I believe that Loman wrote all those really horrible things to her just so he could then write the message of A-Light did this, but I deleted it and told him I'm not going to be his friend no more. I think the whole thing was a concoction from him.
Yeah, with Fibby, yeah, I can't believe anything he says. Whatever he says, I believe the opposite.
Exactly.
A-Light probably wanted to get rid of him so bad.
He's sitting there writing him while fucking A-Light's licking his bum. Crazy.
He must have called A-Light at one point and must have said, "Hey, can I come back?" Right?
Yeah, bro. That's why the way I've heard this story told, and granted, it was quite a while ago, but I heard the story told. I know that he came back when they figured out that the whole thing was bullshit, and the girl figured it out first and was throwing him the fuck out, and that's how he ended up figuring out that it was garbage. They ended up actually talking.
She must have said something to him like, "Dude, why you wanted?" Right, from the cops. And
I mean, eventually those conversations were bound to happen, right? Like you said, these liars don't think those things through.
Yep.
You know, that goes right back to one of the very original points you were making in the start of this conversation, which is these they're so outlandish that they don't think them all the way through, and that's what I was saying. It's like they just vomit this shit up and then stand by it.
What's up, Roscoe? Exactly.
Yeah. What's up, KB? I gotta get a drink.
Well, here's the thing is, who knows who's telling the truth, Fibby or Leto, because they're both liars. And
sure. There's a point to be made there too, bro.
I tend to believe anything Fibby says is the opposite, right? On this situation, I believe Fibby manipulated, like you said, the manipulation stuff. Because he emotionally manipulates people. That's his thing. It's baby. He's very babyish. Like that. He likes playing the victim. He used to do it when I argued with him the first time. As soon as I argued with him or said something, he's like, "My family's being attacked right now." I'm like, "What?" Insinuating that I'm having his family attacked. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?"
It's like, well, I don't know what you're telling me for, and that's fucked up.
And then he totally agreed that they're not being attacked and it's not me. It was fucking weird. Weird dude, man. To a doxing clown.
Yeah.
He's giving people awards at the same time, looking them up. What fucking creeps. And that tub of shit, Chicky, that fat pig, who goes down to
that dude's such a joke.
Houses. But he's another wise guy. Who goes on these shows.
Yes, he is. He's a joke. He's a fucking joke.
He was Aralata's fucking Jimmy Smash. That's all he was. Fucking clown. I don't care if you're a bookie or not. You're a jerk off. I don't care if you fucking let a few bucks out and let Aralata rob you. You're a clown. You've got no principles. Yeah, befriends people who talk filthy about your children. They lie on his kids' souls. You're pure opportunist fanboy cunt. Like most of these dudes out here on these fucking channels.
He's a fucking jerk off.
Yeah. All these fucking weird people from this weird mob genre.
He's got super fucking feminine traits for a giant fat guy. He's a straight bitch made. He's fucking bitch made as fuck, that guy.
He used to call Josie like once a week. You know, MRE hates you because you're black. He hates you. He's a bad guy. Things are
what?
A lot of he's a weird dude, man. I remember she told me that a long time ago. She said it on her channel. She said it on her channel a long time ago. Yeah, he just a little hen who tries to get everybody's number, just like the guy like Carlos does. And these people, these other men on here too, do it fucking famously. They get people's numbers from the chat, right? And they find out who you are. So when you have a falling out or you're content creator, whatever, they fucking blackmail you or whatever. Dox you and shit. You know how many people have been lost in these channels because of that?
Yeah.
That's why when I see these content creators forgiving the doxes, it's like, you don't give a fuck about anybody in your chat. And all you dumb commenters and fucking viewers, if I was ever in a chat where the content creator didn't give a fuck about the people who were doxed in the chat, just because it's not me, I don't care, well, then you're a scumbag. And when it is, you will care. When it is you will care.
It's not cool. That's why I've been cool with being in chats where they were talking about doing that to people or wanting to do that to people.
Fuck that shit.
I'm not okay with that shit, man. And I don't hold a double standard. Yeah, fuck that.
It's a fucking ship move. That they
and it's fucking psycho.
Yeah, they look up these people's fucking families, these old ladies, these women.
Fucking really weird to do with your time on Earth, man. It's fucking psycho.
Yeah. It is. It's cowardly. It all came from those rat squad people, though.
Yeah, and it's a fucking rat move.
Yeah.
It's a big time rat fucking move.
Yeah.
Well, I have no other recourse because I'm an ignorant fuck with zero creativity and backbone. So I'm just going to tell everybody who you are and then encourage that your life get fucked up. Okay. Make up lies about you and spread them on the internet.
Yeah. Oh, I got engaged, really. Appreciate that, KD. God bless. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's good news because we had bad news hearing about poor Ralph passed away. He was a nice guy. That sucks. I didn't know that. That's a good one, huh? God bless. That's awesome. Yeah, he's got a murder tattoo. The fat guy. Yeah, he hasn't seen his prick in fucking 16 years. He's got one too. That doesn't so shock me at all.
Oh, yeah. He definitely
he was a fucking
he'll never see his penis again. Yeah.
The goofball. He's part of these little Hollywood fanboys who want to be all actors and shit. They're out. They'll sell anyone out. They have they're bitch made. They got emotion like one.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, that guy's way, way, way feminine, bro.
Yep.
He is bitch made as they come. He
Like
is
an old
super
lady
feminine.
calling people up and on the phone with this one and that one. Like, who gives a fuck? Get a life. He went down and got my that clown went down to my courthouse and got my medical records.
Right.
What a loser.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, bro. That's odd behavior. That's bitch behavior. Yeah. Psycho fucking ex-girlfriend stalk you behavior.
Yes. Big tough guy, 3 minutes away. Couldn't have came here, but go ahead and go get
Yeah, he's a hump Cuban B for sure. Yep.
He's a hump.
Yeah, he's probably got like keeps like one of those sticks near his shower to wrap a fucking cloth
He's
around.
terrified of Rattlata.
The guy smells like the underside of a fucking couch cushion, probably even after a shower.
He's terrified of Rattlata, I'll tell you that.
Which is crazy, Mr. Fucking. You be quiet, Mom. I'm yelling at the guy on YouTube that deserves it.
He abused him. He went on and told Piggy and everybody how he used to abuse him and all that stuff. And then he lied and said like filthy shit about his children. That was wrong. And his mother. That was totally disgusting. I wouldn't even repeat it because it's gross. And the fat clown forgave him and started hating me. Fucking weirdo. Very bizarre.
Yeah, that Rattlata dude's a fucking moron.
Yeah, he's a top tier scumbag.
He's very childish.
Yeah,
he is very, very childish.
Yeah, he's very much of a bullshit artist also. He lied and said
but
that he met Damien's father and shit, and he was a great guy. And then once Damien said his father didn't know him, he's like, he's a scumbag, he was a nobody. Yeah.
Oh, really? That tracks. That's pretty much on point for most of these people.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they can't seem close to the thing, then they just bash the thing. Yeah, they all do that shit.
He is a fucking.
Oh yeah, Chicky's a total clown, Dustin. Yeah, from the very first time I saw him too, I was like, who the fuck is this jerk off? Won't let this person speak. Why are they here?
What fuck JoJo the Whale audition are you going on?
You know,
look just like JoJo the Whale from Bronx Tale. And he like dresses like a total, what you would think some goofy gangster would dress like on a TV show.
Yeah, he's a Coogene.
Yeah, sure. A total goof. Fucking weird people.
Yeah, Chicky's not fat. He's absolutely gigantic, enormous.
His shadow once killed 2 people.
Yeah, his shadow weighs 50 pounds.
What a disgusting human being.
He really is a disgusting, greasy, fat human. Yeah.
And then forgive him.
He's a giant fat person. He's a giant fat person.
Is she like a great big fat person or something? Was she like a great big fat? Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, he was a great big fat person. Yes, he is.
And then forgiving the rat bastard who said rotten things about your family and made fun of you on shows. Not the worst is what he said about his family. And forgiving that guy.
He fucking ratted on everybody's best friends and all kinds. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's a clown. You can tell. Look, he got beat up by some little guy. Beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, I saw that. It was amazing. What a funny fucking video.
And he was set up. It must have been set up. His own brother, I think, gave that video out to his enemies.
It was a very, very funny video. The fat piece of shit couldn't even move. Like every time he shuffled to the left by a step, he was out of breath again.
Yeah. Not only that.
It was unbelievable. Dude couldn't. I mean, you know, he can't brush his own hair or wipe his own ass. He's absolutely gigantic fat. He has no range of motion in his arms, bro. Forget about it.
All day long. He can't even wipe his ass.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he got a pee sitting down because he can't reach his fucking little tiny thing. You know, too many flaps
Think
over
about
top of it.
this. How many commodes has he busted just sitting on them alone, right?
He probably just sits in the shower.
Yeah, he just probably shits in the woods like a bear cub or a walrus. You're right. He would take a bath and then defecate in the tub. Yeah,
exactly.
Like an orca.
Exactly.
Picture in a few years, we see him
fucking giant
taken
walrus
out of the house on a crane. He is a repulsive coward, man.
My 1,000-pound life.
Yeah, that should be the mob movie, My 1,000-Pound Life. The 1,000-Pound Life. Wow. What a sick bastard. Nazi guns, brother-in-law. Ariana tried to say he was too old for her. Needed a parent to sign. Yeah, that's weird. You know.
Hawaiian muumuus are his summer wardrobe. That's his. Yeah, I'm sure he wears that shit in his house. That's so funny you said that. One of my fucking one of my great grandmothers used to wear those things, like
yeah,
those
my grandmother's
old house coats, like
yeah,
the muumuus. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's so funny. He probably just wears curtains.
His goal in life is to be on a movie as a mobster, right? Whole goal in life.
Yeah.
You know, for people that think he's like a mob guy or something. Guy's a total fucking clown.
Well, somebody needs to hit that dude with a hippopotamus tranquilizer and let him wake up in the fucking
They're very
jungle.
similar, King Dom. All of them have similarities.
Yeah, let him wake up in the jungle out of his stupor, shake it off, and then get eaten by something.
Yeah. No, I didn't see a clip of Parasite Slayer and fighting with Spanky or something. No. I didn't see it on no clip channel. I really see all these people like, I don't talk to them and laugh. Yeah, that's sick. Don Q, the movie? What's up, Bella? Bella, what's up? How's it going?
What's up,
Monday,
man?
damn it, Monday. Damn you, Monday. Damn you. That name is funny.
What's up, Bella?
Didn't see it either. See what? A movie?
Yeah, something called Don Q.
What's it called? Don Q. A doctor or something?
I have no idea. I've never heard of it before.
Don, who he's into QAnon. Yeah, these conspiracies, man. JFK's in my living room, and he's alive. There's people that he believes. You know, there's weirdos that believe John F. Kennedy is still alive.
Yes, I do. That shit's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, there's some crazy bastards out there.
Like, nope, I saw that motherfucker get his brain blown out onto the trunk.
Bastard, yeah, because Hannah exploded his head, blew his front of his head off.
Fuck yeah,
blew the front of his head right off,
yeah.
right apart. The poor man. First Catholic president and assassinated. Well, because he wanted to do.
And that bullet came from in front.
The only thing I don't like with Kennedy is the Bay of Pigs. That's the only thing I didn't like what he did with the Bay of Pigs, leaving those Cuban dudes with their dicks in their hands. Excuse my language. Why they get slaughtered by these commies. That sucked. I hate commies so much. So I always like when they get overthrown and shit like that. All communist governments I don't like. I don't like. Hitler didn't escape. People believe that. I personally don't believe it. He was so sick in the last days of his life. He was riddled with Parkinson's, 100 other things. He was on a million different drugs and stuff. He was so sick. Look at the last, when he greets the Hitler Youth in Berlin in 1945. Look at him. He had to hold his hands. He wouldn't have lived. He was almost wanted.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they make a very strong argument.
Yeah, they do. They do.
He could have made.
Well, there was a lot of people. Listen.
With the rest of the ones that went there, besides the ones that we brought into America on purpose to help us with science.
German community in Argentina, Belsario, all those places. But there was a lot of men who also dressed up as him, you know, wore his mustache, stuff like that.
Yeah, no. All I was going to
They do
say
have a lot
was
of good
that
evidence.
even if he had made it there, he
Someone
would
would
not
turn-
have lived much longer. That's
No,
all
you're
I
right.
was
He
going to
wouldn't
say.
have lived much longer at all.
So even if he did make it there, he wouldn't have lived
If
for a
you
whole lot
understand,
longer.
like I have a World War II big historian, he would have never left Berlin. He believed you go down with the ship, you don't leave your capital. He was dying anyways. The guy was sick as a dog, riddled.
Yeah.
There's no way, even if he did make it, you don't think someone would have turned him in and became billionaires? You know, like he would have most
All
famous
possible.
face in the world. They would have never made. No, there's people who LARPed as him, and there are like good shows that if you watch it, you'll think, "Oh my god, yeah, this guy got away."
Well, they put forward
Yeah.
a very, very good argument. That's what I said. But even to assume that's all. That's why I just added that in there. That even to assume if he did,
No,
he wouldn't have lasted
No.
very long.
either from physical health or somebody turning him in for money, because greed is all man.
And I truly believe it would have been the physical
Yes,
health.
it
The fucking guy had this, he had syphilis, bro. It's the same. Al Capone died from fucking syphilis, bro. He was totally incomplete. He was fishing
Well,
in his
I don't
pool.
believe he had syphilis. I believe that was what you call it. There's a lot of false information about him, but he had a bunch of other shit wrong with him, and he took a million different drugs, right? Drugs to go stay up, go to bed. They believe he had Parkinson's or something else. Who knows what it could be? You know, people can think whatever they like. But he would have never. He would have been dead. He would have been dead. He would have never made it. And the most recognizable face in the world.
They should have showed his. They should have showed his fucking deadness on a TV, on like a picture.
They
or a
couldn't
video.
because his SS bodyguard burnt him, his wife, before they could do that.
Well,
So they knew because Stalin would have put his body in a cage and marched it down Red Square, you know, like in a triumph, like what Caesars and them used to do. So he knew that he ain't letting nobody get his body, you know. He's seen what they did to Mussolini, and that's why he said, "I'll never be captured. I'll go down and commit suicide." He's seen what they did to Mussolini. Mussolini was raped all night and tortured. It was Italian communists. Yeah. They tortured him all night, like, and his wife, horrendous torture, which I don't think they should do to anyone.
Like fucking Gaddafi, he getting fucking poked in his ass.
Gaddafi. I wouldn't do that to some. I don't like Joseph Stalin, but I wouldn't let people.
That video where they rip him out of the fucking place and they have him on the car and they're like poking him in his asshole. It's
that was
nuts,
sad
bro.
what they did to Omar Gaddafi, man. We shouldn't even have took that guy out. That was ridiculous. Another stupid a move.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about that guy.
Don't get me wrong.
I know the fucking video of when the crowd got a hold of him. That's all. The
main thing is he suppressed radical Islam, right? Like he wasn't a radical extremist, right? So who cares what kind of government he runs or what kind of gold he wanted to have his own money. As soon as he said he wanted his own money, they all turned on him, started hating him. As soon as he said he wanted his own money. Do I think Stalin was poisoned?
Yes. Every country has their own currency.
Yeah, I
What's
believe
that
Stalin
about?
was poisoned. Yeah, I don't know by who, but yeah, I believe they probably most likely poisoned him. Stalin was very cold. Look what he did to his own son, Vasily. He sent his son, Vasily, to the Black Dolphin prison. Like, he was a very cold man. Even the Khrushchev.
That's fucked up. That's super fucked up. I know what prison that is.
If you
That's
look
gnarly,
at the World
bro.
War II leaders, like for Japan, Emperor Hirohito was loved by his people, right? Hitler was loved by his people, right? Churchill loved by half of his people, right? Stalin, no, he wasn't even loved by his friends. People, it was a fear. They act like they loved him, but they didn't love him.
Churchill could have played the penguin. He would have been a good penguin.
Yeah, he would have, ain't it?
Just an odd side comment. Yeah, I always think that when I see that guy, I always think that he would make an excellent penguin.
Yeah, Stalin was the worst. I agree, Cuban V. He was terrible, terrible. All those commies. Should have did what
Some of my close friends, like,
we should have did what George Patton wanted to do. He wanted to take the remaining German forces, team them up with his American forces, and wipe out the fucking Soviet Union. stomp out the Reds. And it would have been perfect. They wouldn't have had Japan's help. They might have. Japan was an enemy with them. They might have made peace, but still, we would have wiped them right out. We would have been in Moscow so fast. General Patton, the Third Army, helped by a Wehrmacht division or two. Oh my God, they would have been in Moscow in no time. They should have listened, because they killed priests and tortured nuns. The Soviets were very cruel. Very cruel. Imagine throwing your own son in a prison camp. I mean,
no, that one especially. That's fucked up.
Yeah. He threw him in there. Yeah, he wasn't liked. He was feared. Feared. That's what he was.
Super fucked up, man.
Yeah, it's like Gaddafi's problem was the money. As soon as he wanted to change, I think he wanted to go to gold, I believe, or something crazy like that. And the neocons went crazy, and they wanted him out of there. So they started funding all these religious groups in his country. That's what all the CIA, Mossad, all these intelligent things, they fund these radical Islamic groups that hate us, don't get me wrong, but they fund them so they can overtopple their governments, and then we can go and take them out after they take power.
Fucking CIA, man.
It's crazy. Look what's going on all over the world.
Why you hear at the fucking end of all these tales, they're like, who is that guy? Oh, they were trained by the CIA for this and that.
King Dom knows what he's talking about.
They were trained to fight the Russians, or they were trained to fight their fucking neighbor country.
Yeah, the Holodomor was bad. You ever hear of the Holodomor? I bet you never heard of that.
No.
It's a Joseph Stalin killing millions and millions of Ukrainians and Eastern Europeans, and and taking all their food and letting them starve, where cannibalism happened and stuff. That was right after World War II. You'll never hear about that, though. You can look it up. The Holodomor, it's called.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick. It's fucking sick. But Stalin was a sick fuck.
It's a lot. Most of the communist leaders through history have been real sick and demented. Look at over in China and Mao over in Cambodia and all that shit. Mao Zedong.
That's a sick fuck too.
Pol Pot,
that guy, the sick
Pol Pot and all that, like killing all them people. Yes.
Yeah, with those nasty, fucked up camps and shit. Yep. Weird. Those fucking
North Korea right now. Those camps that people.
Oh yeah, fuck. Bro,
those poor bastards that are in there because of family crimes. Like an uncle committed a crime, you got put in jail, and you live in a camp where you get abused and you don't eat much. That picture working from like 5 a.m. to 7 p.m, going to bed, eating some rice, starving, waking up, having to do it every day, and getting beat in the head, kicked, terrible water, always being sick. Yeah, you gotta go to work sick, and if you don't,
you fucked up, bro. Yeah, and you weren't hot enough to be part of the pleasure squad.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The pleasure squad. Yeah.
Sick fuckers, man. That dude's a sick fuck.
Yeah.
You know that this was something since it came up, I'll just talk to you about it now. Why not? We're having a fucking chat. One of the things I was going to tell you about on Friday was Kim Jong-un. He just made fucking hot dogs illegal.
Take me out to the bowl.
Yeah, he said you get caught eating that American shit and it's your fucking ass. Yeah, he said hot dogs are American scum food.
Wow, take me out to the bowl game. Out to the crowd. That's nuts.
It's fucking nuts, right? It's hilarious. It tracks with him, though. That guy's a total nut. You remember his dad invented the fucking hamburger. So it makes sense that he would ban the hot dog and call it, too American.
Yeah.
Remember the dad, he invented the hamburger and he called it double bread with meat. Fucking
He's crazy
retard.
from banning hot dog.
It's not hamburger, it's double bread with meat.
Yeah, he's a fucking nut, man. I would hate to be in one of those camps or someone's family. That's why I would never run if I was there. I would never run away because they'd kill my family.
Right.
There's a lot of horror stories out of there.
It's super fucked up. You're 100% right. You're 100% right, man. That's a huge burden you're going to carry with you your whole life. And if you ever meet somebody that escaped from there, you're going to be looking them in the face, knowing that, a few of their people probably got snatched up and are probably still
How about the guy who lied and went around telling people he was in Camp 15 and his family died and all that shit? And he was a total bullshit artist. He never escaped. He was in a different camp and let go. He made up that lie, went on tours, got millions of dollars. Yeah.
Wow.
He was full of shit. He made some crazy stuff.
Dude. Well, I mean, if you think about it, most of the world is not going to be looking at this dude and going to be able to tell a fucking Chinese guy from a Korean guy, let alone a North Korean from a South Korean. And I mean, they're all Korean, right? So I mean, they're not going to look at it different.
He was a North Korean in a camp. But they let him out, right? But then he made up a lie that he escaped the worst.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yes, I missed that
minor camp,
yes,
like
you're
real
right.
Easy, if you can call it easy. Right?
Gotcha.
And he said he was in the worst camp and told the worst story, right? But he lied and fabricated it all.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I did miss that part.
Yeah, manipulated a whole bunch.
Like, just tell the fucking story, bro. People still buy your story. You were still in the camp.
When it comes to these, right? Go back to these stool pigeons. All you need to know is a little bit of shit, right? All these fanboys, even, right? All these liar types. You need to know a little bit of stuff, and you can come on and fool most people for a while,
Yeah.
But eventually you're gonna get caught. But for
yeah, Katie, that's true. I'd never be able to tell the difference between an Ethiopian and a Sudanese. I don't think.
It depends. If I'm pretty good with judging, with seeing nationalities and stuff, but some of them I'm not sure if I'd be able to tell.
I'll be like that classic fucking Metagon asshole and be like, you got to put a sign on this fucker.
I'm pretty good at guessing nationalities and stuff.
I'm going to call you
maybe countries like that are very close to each other. I could get those mixed up, right?
Yeah, their name's going to be like super hard to say. I'm like, I'm just going to call you.
Most of Northern Africa has a lot of Arabic. A lot of them are Muslim up there, up in the north of Africa. A lot of them are Muslims. Down south, it's a little different. You gotta think that's a whole. See, a lot of people think it's a country. Like, go back to the country Africa, man. This is the fucking continent. You fucking it.
Yeah. I'll be the redneck. You're different.
Well, it's a huge continent. There's a lot of different.
I'm going back home.
Yeah, there's a lot of different cultures inside the African race of people in Africa, right? A lot of different countries there, tribal wars and shit. It's a big fucking continent with many countries in it. Just like Australia is a continent and a country. It's the only country that's a fucking continent. Australia. You can probably make 3 or 4 countries in Australia, right?
They got a lot of, they got basically the whole fucking thing is like undeveloped too, except for the major, like, I think there's 3 or 4 major like port cities, and they all kind of stretch in, a certain number of miles, and then they just stop and there's nothing all the way to the other side. It's fucking
and they got a lot of different terrains,
and they have some gnarly fucking towns and cities full of vagabonds and off the grid type people that live out there, bro, and like with feral children and everything. It's nuts, man. I would actually like to see something like that. Some like total anarchy town where
Australia is cool, but the only thing is it's 12 hours on a fucking plane. That's
it's very far.
I'd rather take a ship. I'd rather take a cruise
And here's the thing too, bro. For you, you'd have to add on that onto that time, the time it would take you to fly to California.
Yeah, I know that too. Wow.
Yeah, so you would have to fly to LA, and then from there you could actually start flying to Australia.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't never go to Australia. That's for sure.
Yeah, you got to go across the Pacific.
Hours. And then first you have to go all the way to fucking California, and then it's 12 hours. Wow.
Yep. And you're gonna skip you're gonna lose a day. Remember, you're gonna go into the future. So depending on what time, I mean, because really, I think. Well, I could look it up actually really quick, man. Just because I'm curious, let me look up the actual. I'm thinking it'd be like a solid 6 hours for you to fly across from Providence to
LA. 4 or 5 hours. Yeah.
And then I'd be longer. I think it's going to be a little bit longer than that. Let's see. Hang on one second. Let's do this.
I say 4 hours.
No, it's going to be longer than that. Let's check it out, though. Let's check it out. Let's do Providence to LA first, so we know what that answer is.
Providence to LA. What do you think it is? 7?
It's 8 hours. It's 8 hours. Yeah, it's 8 hours. Multiple airlines, 8 hours, 8 minutes. Delta's 9 hours, 10 minutes. United is 10 hours, 7 minutes. But yeah, so it's like 8 hours. And now let me put in Sydney. Yeah, I've flown cross country before. That's why I knew it was going to be longer than that. It was going to be like 8 hours or so. Let's see how long this is going to be. Yeah, fucking dude. Providence to Sydney. Wow, man.
Crazy hours.
Yeah. It's like over 24 hours altogether.
Wow.
33 hours. We got
how is that?
Yeah. 26 we got 26 hours.
Have to stop.
Well, yeah, you're going to be landing in certain places. Yeah, like I said, the one stop for sure is going to be in San Francisco.
Oh.
You're going to have a fucking layover of. Hang on, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. I got the whole flight pulled up right now. Okay, so Rhode Island to Newark. So that would be an hour and a half. And then you'd leave again. So that's an hour and a half. Okay. Then you're going to fly from Newark to San Francisco. That's going to be 8 hours. So that's 9.5 hours. And then you're going to, and then a 15-hour flight from San Francisco to Sydney. So there's your answer. 15 hours. And it's overnight.
Hours on a fucking.
Yeah. But that's plus the 9.5.
I'd be nervous about it fucking crashing.
So 15 plus 9. So you're looking. That's why I said it's over 24 hours total of flying. Because you have to fly from Providence to San Francisco, and that was 9. And then you have the 15-hour flight from San Francisco.
I don't think it would crash, but
no, you'd be all right.
Yeah,
you'd be okay.
Would be crazy.
Yeah, you'd be. Yeah.
That's for sure. It'd be cool to see. I don't like the women's accents, though. The Australian girl's accent.
You don't like the accent there?
I don't find it. I'm sure that women are beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but
like anywhere else. Sure, they're gonna have some beautiful ones.
Too enticing, the female accent of the Aussie. They're very aggressive. They want to beat you up. I've had a few of them attack me on YouTube trying to bite your head off.
You want to wrestle? Let's wrestle.
I know they got a mad rivalry with New Zealand. Because every Kiwi I talk to hates the Aussies, and every Aussie hates the Kiwis. Not individually, but they have like a rivalry. New Zealand,
yeah,
the bushwhackers.
That makes sense.
Do you remember the bushwhackers?
Of course, I remember the bushwhackers,
that was
bro.
New Zealand.
They
What
were
the fuck were their
wild.
names?
Oh, I don't know their.
What
I
the
do not
hell
know
were they?
that. I don't know that. But I remember those guys fucking when they'd pump their arms up and down. They were nuts, man. I remember when the first time I saw those guys, I was like, "What the fuck is going
Yeah,
on
they
with
came
these
out all
dudes?"
methed out.
They're just wild, man. Yeah, that one guy would always like scrunch up one half of
Yeah.
his face, you know, with his eye all
I can't think of their
squinted.
fucking
Yeah,
names. Hog and Sog or
yeah.
something.
I'll look it up. Hang on, let me
I
look it
can't
up.
think of the name.
Yeah, what was it? The
Bushwhackers.
yeah.
The potato famine in Ireland. Yeah, fuck Oliver Cromwell. That bastard. Cromwell.
Butch. Let's see. What does it say?
Luke. Yeah, that's right. Luke and something else beat one. Luke and something else, man.
Yeah, it says Butch Miller and Luke Williams.
Yeah, Butch and Luke. Luke and Butch. That's right. Yeah.
It said they were sheep herders.
Sheep herders. Classic
Yeah.
characters, man. Characters. The bushwhackers. One of the best places that used to be, it was in South Africa, beaches. You know the beaches in South Africa in the 1960s were the top beaches in the world for resorts and for celebrities to go and politicians. Yep, in
Yeah.
South Africa. Yeah, right down over there. The best beaches: Johannesburg, Cape Town.
Especially if you like sharks.
Yes, yeah. A Cromwell show. Yeah, one day I'll do something on Cromwell. Yeah.
What's up, B1?
Yeah, Cromwell. Someday I'll do something on. I gotta get some RAM in my computer. That's why I haven't done any streams. Luke and Duke. Okay, Luke and Duke. Yeah, Luke and Duke, the Bushwhackers. They were. I liked Rowdy Piper.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Bret the
That was a good
Hitman
one.
Hart. I liked him. He was good.
Yeah, I liked Captain Lou Albino. I liked obviously Hulk Hogan, and then cause I liked the cartoons and shit too when that came out. The WWE cartoons, those were fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was a huge tourist attraction, dude. South Africa, big time.
Yeah, but I liked all of them. I liked all of them. Yeah, I always liked Captain Lou. He was funny to me.
I still got friends in South Africa. I never met them, but I knew them from the internet, and doing activism for South Africans. I still got a couple of those guys I still talk to this day. One of them don't live there no more. He left, but one of them still lives in South Africa. One of them, their cousins, was killed on a farm, from the farm murders. Because out there,
Yeah.
like in your house, you got like cages. Picture having, all right, you got to walk around with a gun in your house at all times, and in your kitchen you got a cage, like a prison thing, and in your parlor, in your bedroom. So when you leave the bedroom, you lock it up. When you go in the bedroom, when you leave the parlor, you lock it up, right? Like every part of your house is locked down, like crazy, dude. And you got to have like 2 or 3 Rhodesian Ridgebacks, and everybody's got a gun. It's just a crazy situation. Is it? When you get a chance, look it up. It's called the plasma door. When you look it up, it means I think mass killing or something like that in Dutch. And you'll see all the crosses of the thousands and thousands of people who've been killed on these farms, sanctioned by the government, the communist government.
Yeah, I remember when like a lot of the farmland was taken, and then they all collapsed.
Oh, that's Rhodesia. Yeah, that's Rhodesia you're talking about. In Zimbabwe. Oh, Zimbabwe, not Rhodesia. Yeah, you're Zimbabwe. Okay. They took all the white farmers out, and then the farms were all shit in the beds. They had to call them all back and stuff. Call a lot of them.
Yeah, they all fucking collapsed. Yeah. The whole economy ended up collapsing.
Yeah. I don't really know. I had friends in South Africa. Not
right. I got you. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not the same.
yeah. You say Africa, I say Africa. You say South Africa,
Yeah,
I say Africa. No, I get it, bro. Yeah, I got
yeah.
you.
So a lot of the communities did their own like policing, right? They'd go check on the farms at night. Little groups of farmers, 4 or 5 of them in a truck, surveilling the farms at night, stuff like that. Because you had some brutal rapes and murders, man, brutal of old ladies, children.
I'm sure they're nasty. They're fucked over there, bro. They're like
Yeah,
super evil. They're like little child fucking soldiers, and they like literally like grab women and cut their fucking parts. They're fucking
I
horrifically
think they're doing
disgusting.
that in El Salvador, one of them countries nowadays, recruiting kids. Because you recruit kids, they're easy.
Oh yeah, no, they you're right about that. Like Brazil, Venezuela, a lot of South American countries absolutely do recruit from the streets, like very, very young
Yeah,
children.
because
Yeah.
little kids are impressionable, and they'll kill on a dime. A lot of little kids. There's a real
Hmm.
good book. This guy, he was a child soldier in Libya, right? And he was taken at like 7 years old, and he was molested. They made a movie about it called The Beast of something. He was molested by his sergeant and shit. Like the guy who was training all the little boys, he was also molesting them, giving them
Gross,
drugs and
man.
shit, having them shoot their parents and shit. Fucking nuts. The RUF.
Wow.
Yeah, that was some crazy shit. While Liberia, Charles Taylor versus the RUF, the Revolutionary and United Front. Those wars in Libya were crazy, dude.
Sounds like a swell bunch of
Yeah,
guys.
well, in Libya, Liberia, you have two groups. You have the indigenous blacks that were there, and then you have the American blacks that came over when they made Liberia, right? A lot of the African Americans, who they would say would go to Liberia and take advantage of the native Africans, right? So they would end up beefing together, and they had a huge rivalry for years. And then Charles Taylor takes power, and Charles Taylor comes from the native branch, even though his last name is Taylor and all that. Just civil
Mm.
war just breaks out. It was just wild for years over there.
Mm.
And you had all the blood diamonds and shit, all these.
Oh yeah, that's super fucked
Yeah,
up
that's
too, bro.
terrible.
And can I just please say, like, collectively for like, fuck shiny
I
rocks,
know.
dude.
Why? Like, imagine making a bunch of people die and dig.
Man, I'm so thankful. Like, and that's something that was like I had a great grandmother that like she just wasn't in. She always thought it was silly, and they had plenty of money, and she thought she would wear costume jewelry, bro.
Yeah.
It. She didn't care. She was like, "It's nice. It looks good." I would never pay that kind of money for fucking silly rocks, darling. And my grandmother was the same way. Now she did like because my grandfather bought her some nice stuff, and she wasn't a mook. She was going to be like, "Take it back," right? But she didn't make a habit out of wearing that kind of thing. Like my brother's the same way as I am. My wife, I lucked out with her. She has like no affinity for that. She has a couple nice sets, like if she's going to go somewhere, really fancy. But no one gives a fuck about shiny rocks. That shit is so fucking prime. It's just primordial, bro.
My
It's
ex
like in the
girlfriend, my
reptilian
ex
brain or
my ex
something from our.
girlfriend Sissy used to be into GIMP, the little GIMP, that little GIMP shit. Ever hear of that GIMP? It's called. It's like this little plastic fucking bracelets.
No, I've
She
never
used to
heard of it
wear
before.
those. Yeah, Kingdom. I stopped watching it when Papa Shango put a spell on Ultimate Warrior. That was the last time I watched rest. Well, I did watch the Bret Hart fucking Shawn Michaels match after that. But what's up, Margarita?
Yeah. What's up, Real Housewife?
Margaritaville. You're the Margarita Robert Kennedy's in Margaritaville.
No, KD, it doesn't have to be done unethically. And it's like, if somebody really, really, really wants a shiny rock, then I'm just making a personal statement that I think it's stupid that humans fucking collect shiny rocks in the first place and pay outrageous sums of money for it. It will never make sense to me. That shit is ridiculous, man. It's like, what are you, a fucking chimpanzee? You like, it sparkles.
It makes
It's
me feel
sparkly.
better.
Get the fuck out of here with
Yeah, it
that.
was the ultimate.
It's just weird. It's just something that's weird to me in human.
I think he did it
in
to Hulk
humans.
Hogan too, Kingdom. Don't get me wrong. He did it to everybody, Pop. As soon as he came around, putting spells on people with hocus pocus, I was out. Literally, I couldn't.
That's cool, Mandy. Mandy says she's into antique rings.
Nice.
No, that's cool. That's why I said for anybody that's into it, that's cool. Like I'm not trying to hate on people. That's why I said I'm making a personal statement.
Antique rings are
That,
pretty cool. I actually have.
I'm just not really into like the whole jewelry thing. I get where there's some cool jewelry out there. I'm just not really into like I don't know why why they're all so expensive and why they're so wanted by everybody, like these different color rocks and shit. It's like whatever.
Some people are into like mineral rocks from the ground. They collect them.
Yeah.
All these, like, they think they got. They say they make them feel better. Some rocks that make people feel better somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a friend that used to wear like one of those magnet bracelets on his
I knew
wrist.
someone who did that too, and they said it helped too.
Yeah, so did my friend.
Matter of fact, I remember the guy actually bought a bracelet for Rudolph, and Rudolph wore it for like, I don't know, maybe a month or two, and he said it helped him too, and then he just stopped wearing it and said it didn't help him. So at first it did help him, and then it didn't, I guess. I don't know. But my other friend said, yeah. And he actually bought him a bracelet. Yeah, you put it on your wrist, right? It was like some metal. Ron Gross, how's Miss America doing? Yeah, bracelets on you. That I wonder what was on that bracelet. Steel or something? Metal? I don't know. I forget.
Real Housewife says they have vibrations, those different kinds of stones you're talking about. And I understand that everything has its own frequency and came from a different place in the earth where where the magnetism was different. It might just have the trick. Everybody runs on a different frequency. You could fuck around and actually find something that did make you feel better. It's possible. I personally would be walking around feeling like a mook, like I had a fucking placebo in my pocket. But I understand that it is 100% scientifically possible. That's true.
Yeah, I like gold chains. You know what I mean? That's about it. A gold chain. That's cool. I wouldn't wear like 3 rings or 3 gold. No, that's too much. But I do like a gold chain.
Oh yeah, I'm not hating on jewelry. That's why I said just specifically the shiny rock collecting that humans do. I think it's fucking crazy.
Sell their soul for a diamond. That's ridiculous.
And be very just like some people are so weird about that stuff, and they're willing to pay so fucking much money for it, and like they wear it like cover, like you were saying with like I don't care if you wear all these different rings or whatever. It's like, does each one of them have to have a fucking 4-carat like whatever?
They want to show off their status too.
Yeah, and their wealth and stuff. But again, that's a weird trait in humans that shows status. That's what I'm getting at. Like that it shows that we put all this value into these shiny, colorful rocks, right? It's just a weird trait in humans, I think.
Yeah.
We could like all kinds of stuff, but not necessarily make it a fucking currency. Because that's what it is, same thing with like gold and silver and stuff like that. I understand economics very well. I get like the commodities, like our territories have these minerals and things, but these things to humans are different than that and always have been historically very, very important to humans. Gold and silver and stuff like that, and these shiny rocks, they're currencies.
Yeah, it was big with the natives, with the seashells, the wampum, all that shit. Currency.
Yeah. You go pay me
the wampum. You know how much money those are worth? I was watching an Antique Roadshow about 10, 15 years ago, right? And this old man from Lincoln, Rhode Island, went to Arizona or some place in New Mexico like 15 years before this and bought a fucking blanket for $20. And guess how much this fucking Navajo blanket is worth? It was worth.
Its weight in syphilis?
Like 200 grand, 300. No
wow.
bullshit, man.
Yeah, I remember the emotions rings, Mickey, the ones that
Yeah, I
change their
remember
mood
them.
rings, that change
Yeah,
their
my
mood and
cousin, she
stuff.
had one. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember I had a couple of friends that
yeah,
had those
yeah,
too. Yep.
yeah. My cousin had one of those. Yeah. Jewelry. Well, I like jewelry. I like I got one gold chain. I had another one. I just gave it recently to one of my I gave it to my niece, matter of fact. Uh I got one gold chain and a gold ring. Uh but I'm not really big on wearing jewelry. But I've got my religious cross on and some Italian charms and the Blessed Mother charm on it. I really don't wear watches because they get caught on things and shit.
See, I do wear a
Yeah, see,
watch.
I like watches, but here's the
I
thing: they
do
get
wear a
caught. They
watch.
always break on me. I always end up breaking them on a fucking door. On
I got you. Yeah, hey, I got you, man. You got to know yourself.
you know what I used
I
to like though?
respect
Those
that.
Shock G watches. The black one, man. I used to like those ones. Those were cool. Yeah, they were a little like
Yeah.
I don't know if the young kids wore them or whatever, but I really like. It was all black. It was pretty neat looking. I like that one. But I had some nice, not expensive ones, but they were decent, like dress up watches.
I only have one watch that I wear. I wear a Movado. I don't have like a collection or anything. That's the watch that I wear.
Yeah,
It's
I remember the
black and gold.
Movados.
You know.
Yes, I remember them.
Yeah, they're not insane. They're not insane expensive. Like, here's the honest truth: could I afford a Rolex if I really wanted to play fucking asshole king dingaling? Yes. I personally do not like them. I find them to be extremely heavy
Yeah,
and
I never
very
had a
tacky.
Rolex.
So I just find them tacky. I know that there's lots of different kinds, but I don't want any of them. I've seen them. I really truly like Movado because they're very
Yeah, they're
understated. It's
cool.
not a fucking flashy thing.
Yeah,
They're a
they are
nice
nice.
watch. It's gonna last you a long time. It's sturdy. You know what I
Yeah, they are
mean?
cool.
That's
The
what I
Movado
like. Yeah,
watches are cool though.
yeah.
Think of me as
And
like
they're
watches.
again they're you know again they're not like super cheap, but they're not expensive. You know, that's something that you can save for in a reasonable amount of time. When I say not expensive,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's gonna last you for your
yeah.
life, and that's why I have one,
Sadly, I
not a
always
collection.
broke mine on something, right? Getting hooked on something. They always broke, so I was never really big into watches because of that. I wish I didn't break them because I would wear them, but
Yeah, that's why I said you got to know yourself, and I respect that, man. You know that I was like, I don't know, in my early 30s by the time I finally started like setting my drink purposefully like outside of my hand distance so that I would have to lean in to get it because I was so bad about knocking shit off the table. 'Cause I talk with my
yeah, yeah,
hands
okay.
a lot. I'm very expressive, right? And I would always knock my fucking drink off the table. I'd be sitting there like smoking, hanging out with my friends or whatever, and I'd constantly knock my drink all over the fucking
Yeah,
place.
that must.
So you got to know yourself, man. I
Yeah, and
get
I
it.
know if I go get a nice watch, I'm just gonna wreck it, and it's gonna happen just like last time I had a nice watch 20 years ago. I broke it, and it sat in my drawer for me to get fixed for 15 years till I gave it to a nephew. Right, like as soon as it
Yeah,
gets breaks, yeah, I'll have it fixed, and it just sits there. Right, like I never get it
yeah.
fixed. So I
I had an earring until I was like fucking, I don't know. Again, like my very early 30s, like maybe like 32, 33.
yeah,
I
I
had
never
an
had an
earring.
earring.
I fucking pierced my skull, bro. I pierced my own ear in the mirror when I was like 15. I don't want to say it was like
All
15 or
my friends
16
did. We had a
ish.
sleepover, right? All my friends pierced
Yeah.
their ears, but I didn't. I didn't want it. Plus, I knew my mother would freak out if I pierced my ear. Plus, I didn't want
My
it in
brother
general. But
didn't.
all my friends, a lot of my friends,
Yeah, my brother didn't want it either, and he was never like a follower or anything like that. And I remember him being like, I'm good, bro. I don't want that shit. I don't want one." You know what I mean? So he never
yeah,
did it either.
I just never
Um,
wanted.
he doesn't have any tattoos. He was just never into any of that. He was like, "I don't want any.
I
I'm
would have
good,
never got
bro."
tattoos if my cousin didn't do tattoos, right? Like Yeah,
Oh,
I
that
would have
makes
never
sense. Yeah.
ever paid for a tattoo if my cousin wasn't a tattoo artist who gave me all the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
all my
makes sense.
tattoos come from the same person. Rudy did all my tattoos.
Well,
Yeah,
that's cool.
but I like him. But
Yeah.
I if I didn't have him, would I have went and paid and sat down? And no, I wouldn't have. You know. But hey, when you got
Yeah.
someone that's like, hey, let me color on you, let me do this on you, whatever, it's like, hey, fuck.
Oh no, I totally understand that. I only have a couple. I don't have very many, and they're not very big. But no, I agree with you because I'm always having like ideas for maybe a piece I'd like to get like here or there, and if I had access to something like that where they weren't even,
I got a
yeah, I'd
bunch of
be
them.
definitely.
I got,
I definitely have quite a few
I
more
got
than I do
Jesus
now.
on one arm with the Blessed Mother and a shamrock under them with Chaki Allah. I got a Crusader Knight. I got an SS skull helmet guy. I got Adolf Hitler, and I got fucking George Patton under him. And I got a couple of World War II
Yeah,
Messerschmitt planes on me. So history, I
right
got
on.
some historical stuff on one side and religious stuff on the other, and a couple of Messerschmitt planes on my chest. Like I said, I only
A couple, a couple of what? What'd you say on your
Messerschmitt
chest?
planes.
Oh, I got you.
And like I said, I only got them because my cousin was like, "Hey, let me get you some tattoos." I would never went and paid. I don't know how much it would have cost me, but I wouldn't have went and paid for all them tattoos. That's just me personally.
Yeah, well, I got my first tattoo like within 2 weeks of my 18th birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was with my girlfriend, and at the time, and it's actually anyway. Yeah, so we went to this fucking place, and I was just like looking through the shit on the wall, bro. I'm like, look, all the different stuff they had on the in the pictures, and like all the different books and stuff that they had. And I ended up like matching a couple things together. I was like, yeah, I was just bounded. I was just fucking determined to get a tattoo, bro. I don't know. When I was like
What's up, Ken?
17, I got it in my head that like when I turned 18, I was definitely going to get a tattoo. And now, like a lot of people, it's not a bad tattoo. It's cool. I'm still happy with it. I got no problem with it. But, hindsight, I wish I would have taken more time to like maybe design something myself for
Yeah,
that,
yeah. What's up, Ken?
But I have another one. I have another one though that I got a little later that I'm, even happier with. So it's not a big
Yeah.
deal,
How about the people get them all over their face? That's crazy.
bro. I can't even
That's
fucking
crazy. They get
imagine.
like their whole face like covered in tattoos.
I cannot
There was this
fucking
one guy,
imagine,
you can look
man.
him up, right? He was a fan of the Insane Clown Posse, and he got the clown tattoo on his face, the whole face as a clown. And, right when he was like
Right?
17, and now the guy's like in his like late 30s, and he can't get a job, and he's gonna go
Of
and he's gonna
course
go get
not.
it taken off, and it's costing him money and hurting his face, and literally, you got the Insane Clown Posse on a podcast laughing at the guy while they're looking at his picture. Oh man,
Wow.
yeah. Kane Shades, shout out to the Discord.
What's
Yeah,
up,
there are
Kane?
a lot of people who get their whole faces done. One guy got it as a tiger, right? He became a fucking tiger. Uh,
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those people, man. I've seen a lot of those people, and they get some like the weird lizard
yes,
people. They
big
get their
lizards.
tongues
Yes,
cut
they
in
get their
half.
face done up as lizards. There's one lady who's got a face as a pound puppy, a puppy face.
Man,
Like
it doesn't
Petey, the
surprise
fucking
me.
little rascal pit bull. You know?
Wow. Yeah, these people are fucking
Well, it's
ubots,
just like, all right,
bro.
you can't take that off your face.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. You're fucking ubots. You got one life, man. Just this one. That's it. You got one skin, just the one you got on you, and you're gonna ink it the fuck out, bro. Like on your face with some crazy
Yeah.
shit. I don't know what you're doing,
I'm
bro,
not
with
a
your
guy.
life.
Some people might have like something on their face, like one little thing. I still wouldn't do it, but I get that. You want to put a little cross on your fucking forehead, I guess, whatever. But if you paint your whole self as a lizard, who's gonna really take you serious? Even with a cross in the middle of your head, people are gonna think you're.
Dude, how can you look at yourself in the mirror every day and be fine with
I don't
that?
know. Like I said,
You're out of your fucking mind. Like, how many days out of you, like 365, do you wake up and look at yourself and go, damn, maybe I shouldn't have
well,
done
that
that?
clown guy did. He regretted it so bad, where he was suicidal, man, because his whole face was
Wow.
done up with black and white like a clown. The Tyson
Yeah.
thing is weird too, Cuban B, but at least that's like a tribal band. It's not like a cartoon. Like it's not like.
Yeah, that's some pretty fucking classic 90s
But
shit.
here's the
And you know
thing:
what I mean? That
it's
tribal
not.
thing.
It's not covering his whole face, right? Like what I'm talking about, like the lizard people.
Oh yeah,
It's a
no.
huge.
Tyson's only goes. It's even on the other side of
Don't
his
get me
eye. Yeah,
wrong;
it
it's
goes
a
down like the
huge,
side.
fucking, crazy long tattoo on his face. But
Well, of course, right. It's on the very top, like on the side of
yeah,
his eye, though. Yeah, it's not covering his face
yes,
like
it's
we're
not
talking
covering the
about. Yeah,
nose, the cheeks. You know, like this. Pull the.
every fucking
I don't know if you
thing.
can pull the kid up. If you put instant.
I can't with this fuck. I haven't figured out how to do the tabs
Gotcha.
here on
Yeah, it's
Restream.
weird. Well, if you get time, people, Google "insane clown posse tattoo," and you'll see it. This dude has clown makeup on his face for the rest of his life.
That's hilarious, Katie. That's what my fucking grandparents used to tell us too.
Yeah,
Don't ever fucking. Yeah, they used to tell us
yeah,
the same fucking
yeah.
thing,
Well,
man.
that's what all my old.
That's how we were raised too. But I had it in my fucking head that, like I said, I've only got a couple, but the very first one I got was within just a couple weeks of my 18th birthday. I was like, I am going and I am getting a fucking
Yeah, the old
tattoo.
man used to tell me that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were told that shit our whole life. Yeah.
Yeah, all stacks that are showing former.
But my dad had a couple of tattoos, and I had a what? No, only one of my uncles really had any tattoos. Maybe my other ones didn't. I just don't remember. Like maybe they were up on their back or their upper arm. To be
My
fair, you know
father
what I
had
mean?
one. My father had a Jesus head on his arm, and that's it.
I
His twin
got you. You know,
brother
my dad
didn't
had a
have
couple of
none.
tattoos.
None of my father's cousins ever got tattoos. None of them. But my father.
Yeah, one of my uncle had visible tattoos. My dad, if he had like a short
Well,
sleeve
they had a
shirt on, you
gang.
would
My
not see
father
his
had a
tattoo.
gang tattoo on his hand.
Right.
Because my neighborhood in Johnston, Conley Street, they had like Italian gangs there in the 50s, right? So my father and all the neighborhood kids were part of this gang. I don't know. It didn't have, I forget the name of it. Like I don't know, the neighborhood gang. It was like Conley Street, whatever. And they all had stars on their hands, right? Like there might have been 40 of these kids, right? And they all had stars on their hands. So my father had it, and
Mm-hmm.
even my cousins got the stars on their hands years later because, the not the gang was around, but the neighborhood was still around. I didn't do it, or my generation didn't do it though. But yeah, my father had a star on his near his thumb, like I mean,
That's funny because a lot of the people around where I grew up, they would just have like one or two dots in between their thumb and
well,
their
that's
first
yeah, well,
finger.
that's where he and his other was. One time, one
But
time,
it's just dots.
crazy.
It's literally like you'll see like a solid fucking dot or two
Listen to
solid
this.
dots, like just
About
dots.
15 years ago, I'm working and a guy's sitting at the bar and I'm looking at him and he's got a star on his hand. And I go up to him, I go, wait, you must be from Killenly Street, right? He was an old man. Right. He's like, yeah, how'd you know? I was like, that star on your hand, my father had the same star. And my cousins, and my uncles did. He goes, oh shit, who is your father? So when I said my father's name, he's like, oh my God, they were my friends. He goes, yeah, we were part of Killenly Street. That was our neighborhood. And all of us didn't have like an official gang, right? But it was just all the kids in that neighborhood all got that on their hand,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it wasn't a star around where I grew up. It was just one dot or two
Yeah,
dots.
I've seen
Yep.
people with that too before, like people with dots in the middle of their finger.
Yeah, but it was just the Italians thing though. Yeah, it was just an
Oh no, this
Italian
wasn't.
thing.
This was like wankster kids that I seen with the dots.
No, not around where I grew up. Yeah, that was just a bunch of fucking Italian kids, bro, that would break your head
That was like
open.
the gangs they had in my father's day. My father was born in 1934, right? Like old enough to be our grandfathers, right? Like my father was old enough to be my grandfather. All my my friends
Yeah, you've told me that
were
before.
like
Yeah,
old,
right.
like my family's age. Like so they were a lot old. They grew up back then. And remember in the 50s they had like that the greasers and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
of
what my
course,
father
man.
and his
Yeah.
friends were. They were like greasers. I have pictures of them with
Mm-hmm.
that hairdo and the leather coats on, hanging on the corners over here. Man, it's
Mm-hmm.
pretty.
Yeah, that's how my grandparents. Yeah, that's what you say. Your dad was like your a
Yes.
grandpa age. I
Yep.
totally get that. Yeah, and my grandparents were like, yeah, my grandmother
What
wore
year were
like the
your
poodle
What year
skirts and
was your
shit like that.
grandfather? One of your grandfathers born?
1935 and
All right. So they were.
1938.
One was a year younger than my father, right, and one was 3 years younger than my father. My father was older
Mm-hmm.
than both of your grandfathers. That shows you,
Gotcha.
like how, like I said, fucking.
Yeah, because my grandmother was born in
All
1935
right. Yep.
also.
My father was born in 34. Yeah.
Yeah. And she was a lounge singer. I've told you that before. Yeah, she was a touring lounge singer all through the fucking 60s and 70s. It's like the very tail end of the 50s, but into the
Yeah,
60s and
Rudolph was
70s.
born in 1924. Now, Rudolph had gangs too. They had little gangs up Federer Hill that he was a part of. He joined a gang when he was like 9 years old. 8 years old, he joined his first gang, like little gangs of
Yeah.
kids in the neighborhood. They used to fight bums and shit, attack bums. Dude, they attacked bums with military precision. Picture about 35, 40 little teenage kids, young teenagers and some older teenagers attacking like 15 bums with pipes and sticks and rocks, all military precision too. Crazy shit. They had hobo wars, dude. Yeah, literally
Yeah.
like went to war and fought the hobos that were fucking with kids in their neighborhood. There was a rumor that a kid was arred, right? Or tried to be arred by one of the local hobos. So all the kids got together, right? And fucking all got together real deep and all hatched up a plan to go down there and tune the hobos up. And that's just what they
Yeah.
did. It must have been crazy to
Well, you do what the fuck you gotta do.
oh yeah, well if you're getting chased and picked on by hobos, what else?
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You gotta do what you
Yeah,
gotta
what
do,
else? A bunch
man.
of
And you can't have fucking people getting buggered
especially a
around
bunch
here
of little
either.
street kids in the 1930s. Like they didn't give a fuck. Those little street kids are crazy. Running around Providence back then. They were wild,
Yeah.
like wild little street kids.
William Wallace asked if there was an official Italian mafia tattoo. No, there is absolutely not. You're actually encouraged not to get a
Nah,
tattoo.
no.
You're strongly encouraged not to get ink, but people do. It's not like you're not going to get fucking
No.
clipped for it.
But no, back in the day, there's no mob now. But when there was one, no, you weren't allowed to get tattoos. But if you did get one, I'm sure they're not going to kill you.
What I'm saying, a lot of people
Well,
still
the
did.
other
Yeah, the only
generation,
stuff like you weren't supposed to have you weren't supposed to have facial
no,
hair. They would get
yeah,
on you about that. Some people it would really, really, really get on you about that. You couldn't have long hair
no
like a
facial hair
hippie.
around here. That was the Raymond's thing. No facial hair around here. Maybe a
Yeah,
couple.
I
I don't
gotcha.
know. I don't think any. I don't know if no. I never met a guy with a mustache in my life. That was part of that world when they were around back.
Yeah. No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no, no,
no.
no.
And I never
It's not. It's
met,
not allowed. It's not fucking allowed.
only
Yeah.
guys. The only time I seen Louis with a mustache because he was on the run. I didn't see him in person, but a picture of him with a mustache because he was on the lam, right? So he's wearing disguises. But any of these guys that I knew around here, grew up with Damien's father, Well, he had actually Rocco did have a mustache for a little bit before he soaked from before the FBI said he became a made guy. But after that, I never had one. But yeah, not really. Man, maybe some places are different. I heard Chicago was different.
Well, Chicago has their own rules. That's totally different. That's the outfit. That's a totally different thing.
Seymour. Hey, oh yeah, those murder tattoos are weird. It's a hypocrisy, number one, and you look like a wannabe weirdo.
A total fucking
And
poser
any
weirdo
old
wannabe.
dude or any
Absolutely.
guys around you that are in that world, if you're getting one, they would fucking not be around you no more. Probably tell you to fuck off, or they think you're retarded. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this, KD. Like as far as the mustache and facial hair goes, like let's just say, like I know you. If, for example, if you wanted to take your nephews to Disney World, and you weren't like in town doing, if you weren't in New York doing business and shit like that, you could totally fucking have a mustache and a beard if you want. I know that for a fact. You know what I mean? So like if you're out and about vacationing, you're in fucking jail, if you're staying on the low because you're on fucking probation and you're not active right now, you can have facial hair. I'm talking about when you're active on the street, dude. As far as I know, in my personal experience with family and shit, you weren't supposed to have facial hair.
Yeah, it also probably depends which city and people you're dealing with, right?
Sure, I imagine. Yeah, I'm sure people are more
but I would
hardcore
say
than other
90,
people. Sure.
probably 9% no facial hair, right? And it tastes like those Mustache Pete characters from like the 20s or whatever, right? That's about it. But
well, yeah, right.
yeah,
the old greaseballs. That's the greaseballs, man. That's the old Sicilians.
The bosses like Gambino and Petrarca and Genovese, those guys were all no facial. It's like the Roman Empire. You got to think they set that thing up like the Roman Empire in ways like, so they didn't, just like the Roman Empire, no facial hair, right? Where do you ever see a Roman besides like Commodus in the later years, but the Republic years with Caesar and all that, no facial hair.
Yeah.
None at all.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did it. Maybe because of Rome. I don't know. Who knows? But
it's like haircuts are for slaves.
Well, I like the Roman haircuts, the little Caesars they used to have. Those are pretty cool. I always had my hair the same way, slicked back. I think there's like one time I think I had a little, like when I shaved. Sometimes I used to shave my head bald every few years, right? I shaved my head bald in the summer once in a while. And if I did that, when it grew back, I'd have a little. Matter of fact, I think Kitten grabbed one of the only photos. I got a mugshot one time when I got arrested for a disorderly. And I think I had like a little Caesar haircut there. It was the only time I ever had like short hair like that. My hair was always like, I always got a fade, clean cut. Maybe have it short on the top or a little long, but it was always clean cut. Always. I had the same haircut since I was a little kid. My whole life until I lost my hair. I remember Rudolph yelling at me. He's like, ruin your hair. I used to slick it with this fucking beeswax and this thick gel and shit and have it
of course, man.
And fucking like.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, kid, you're smothering your hair. You're going to go bald. I'm like, nah, I'm never. Look how thick my fucking hair is. Sure enough. Should have listened to the old guy. Him and my other uncle warn me all the time about that. My mother would too. She's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Maybe there's some truth to it then. You don't think it was hereditary?
Nah. I think if I didn't.
You think you burnt it out with chemicals and no oxygen?
Yeah, because like I said, and I used to put this beeswax shit in my hair and slick it all the way back and use a comb to, so it would all be fucking, it would be hot.
Well, I totally understand.
Like, it could be windy out. My hair ain't moving, right? But doing that for so long, for so many years, it totally fucking.
Wow.
So I don't think it was hereditary. I think I would have, because my father and my father's twin brother both had hair. It was a receding, right? Don't get me wrong.
What about your mom's dad?
He was murdered. He was murdered.
Well, I'm just curious if he had,
He had a
if
full
he
head
had,
of
I
hair,
know,
though.
so was mine. But we have that in common very
Yeah, he was
oddly.
murdered at 52 years old with a full head of hair. And my uncle Jimmy,
That full head of hair. That's why I was
and
asking.
my uncle Johnny, my mother's two brothers had. One of them has a full head of hair, and the other one's dead. But he had a full head of hair before cancer.
Gotcha. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
But no, my grandmother, my father's mother's father, there was always a picture of him on the wall, and he had the friar tuck. Yeah, he had the friar tuck, but I wouldn't have got the friar if I didn't use all that beeswax. But I suppressed the friar tuck with a razor, you know. Yeah, I bick my head every morning. Every morning when I wake up, my bick razor in the hot water and bick my fucking head and my face. I'll bick my head if I have to choose one or the other. I'll bick my head before I even shave my face. Honestly, that's my number one.
Right.
Number one priority is to shave my head, even before my face.
Gotcha.
If you had to say, all right, you got to go without what? Shaving your face, your head, my face all day long. Leave it.
It's like I'm going bodybuilder.
I don't like facial hair, though.
I'm gonna grow the fucking beard out.
I don't look good. I don't look good with facial hair. Everybody's told me that.
Do you look like a villain, or do you look like somebody who's in a bad disguise?
Idiot, basically.
So you look like somebody that's in a bad disguise.
Yeah.
I got you.
And one of my ex-girlfriends begged me to let a little bit of facial hair grow in, and I did one time. I let a little bit grow in. I got my balls busted from everybody. It looked retarded, and I just. I think I got a picture though, and it wasn't a lot, but I never. It don't look good on me, you know. No, Timmy Pool. If I don't shave the sides, I'm Timmy Pool time.
Gotcha.
If I don't, but I shave my head. Of course, I wouldn't go like Harry and get pubic hair on my head, because that's where they take hair from your privates and put it on your head. No, thank you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the Harambe wig.
Ladies and gentlemen, Harambe.
You call 1-800-VAFANCULO.
And you can rape him in his culo.
That's right. We'll give you a discount with coupon code I've been redeemed.
Yeah. Well, it's great. Yeah, some people look good. My cousin looked good with a goatee. Some people look good with stash. Some people facial hair fits them perfectly, and there's other people that I'm one of them people where it doesn't. It just don't. Like my brother can do it. My brother can pull off a beard or without a beard, right? He can pull either off, and he's still got his hair. My brother. He might be going a little light in the back, like a little light his hair, but he's still got hair, and he's 4 years younger than me. And like I said, I lost my hair because of using like that gel and that fucking beeswax shit, the Vaseline to slick my hair back. I put Vaseline in my hair and shit, dude.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. Yeah, I never used that stuff. I mean, I've used like gel and like mousse and stuff like that when I was growing up. And remember, I told you, like, I did all kinds of crazy shit. I've had a mohawk and all kinds of crazy Liberty spikes, and I've done all that shit with my hair.
Yeah,
but as I got older, I didn't, and I'm guessing like you just kept messing.
Yeah, like I said, I used to use Vaseline to slick my hair back.
Yeah, that's hardcore, bro. Yeah, I would just use like gel and like I would use Aquanet. Aquanet was amazing back in the day.
My hair was so thick.
You could cement things together for a trip to outer space.
My hair was so thick that regular mousse and shit didn't work for me. Like it didn't hold my hair.
Gotcha. Yeah, now this I understand, and with the mousse thing, and sometimes with the weak gels, sometimes I had to put it in my hair and then like comb it again with some like water and then put another fucking layer on top of it.
I totally I'd have to use a whole fucking thing of mousse.
But not that wouldn't even work for my brother, because I told you my brother has a full blown fucking Sicilian afro when he grows that bitch out. Like he could literally pick it and like turn it into a helmet, you know. Yeah, and that none of
My
that shit
brother's
worked
got
for
curly
him.
hair.
So
He's got curly hair.
he never fucked with that shit.
Yeah, my little.
He just keeps his hair pretty fucking tight, you know, pretty close and tight because he gets an afro when he
Yeah,
grows
my
out.
brother can almost grow an afro too. He's got like curly-ish hair too.
Yeah, I've told you that before. When he grows his shit out, we'll be sitting like in a place eating, and like black girls, bro, they'll just walk by and stick their fingers right in his fucking hair. I love your hair. I've seen it in supermarkets. I've seen it fucking walking down the street. I love
Imagine
your
if a little
hair.
bug bit her and stuff, and he's like, "Get out, my bug's gonna attack you."
Yeah, we were in a Denny's one time. The waitress like literally had like walked away after giving us our drinks and then turned around and just stuck her fucking fingers in his hair. I was like, I love your
Probably
hair so
amazed
much.
how like he got it like that, you know.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. No, for sure. I totally get it. I totally get it. And he never gets offended, you know, unless it's like some big scary bitch, but it's usually not. You know what I mean? Big scary Bigfoot bitches usually know they can't just put their hands on
Serena
people.
Williams with a tennis racket.
Exactly. You're gonna be like revolted or scared depending on like big or ugly, right?
She's enormous. She's her shoulders are enormous.
Oh, no, for real, bro. Yeah, her hands, she could just grab you by
But
the
she's
top of the head and
strong.
pick
You
you
know
up.
how
Maybe.
strong her legs.
Yeah, of course. That's why I said she could pick you up by grabbing you by
That
the
lady's
skull,
legs
dude.
are fucking strong, man. She's monstrous. Imagine if she beats up Meghan Markle. That would be so funny because they're friends.
How
I would
amazing
love
would
to see
that be?
Serena Williams like kick her ass. That would be the funniest thing.
Billy says, is Italian hair hard to keep up? It depends on you. Like my hair is nothing like my brother's hair. My hair is thick as fuck, but it's not afro material. My hair is like I've grown my hair super fucking long and it's super straight.
It
And
also
looks amazing.
depends what kind of
I mean?
Italian you're talking about, you know.
Exactly.
You got some
Right.
people with that thick hair, or you know, it all depends. But
yeah, it all depends. Yeah, just like everybody's different, man. Some people have long, straight hair, you know, if you want it. Some people just have like really, really curly hair, and some people have that super tight, you know, almost Brillo-esque, Afro-esque kind of thing, like I'm talking about. And again, my brother and I, our hair is literally like polar opposite. His hair is, like I said, like an afro almost. My hair is like I can grow it long and straight, and it looks fine. You would never guess, you know, that I was
my
like,
father's hair was straight. You know what I mean? And not not when it was younger. It was. He said it was a little different. It was sort of like mine when he was younger, and I had a full head of hair as a kid. But in a way, it saves. 'Cause I used to pay a lot of money for fucking haircuts, bro. Twice a month, I got a haircut. Twice a month, every week and a half, I got a haircut. And plus, after the first 3 or 4 days, I would touch up on it too, like trim it up a little myself. I could do a little, but I always got a haircut twice a month. That was $20 a month, right? $15 for the thing, and another $5 a tip or $10 tip to him. You know, so yeah, that did suck paying for haircuts twice a week and going to a barber twice a week. I didn't like that as much, but I have my hair still.
Well, now you get free haircuts.
Yeah, free haircuts. But I actually like being bald. Luckily I got a good head. It fits me. I got like an egg head. It fits me.
Yeah, well, you just got to keep it, you know,
warm.
Keep it protected from the sun, and keep your fucking body heat in. Wear hats and shit when it's cold, right? Because that's what they say. It's like most of your heat escapes from the top of your head when it's cold.
In the summertime, dude. If I don't like when I don't wear a hat, like I'll take my hat off so I get a nice tan on my head and face, right? But then I got to put it on because too much, you got a vicious headache. One time I took the dog for a walk, and I usually in the summer, if I don't wear a hat, I just wear my black sunglasses and bald, right?
Right.
And boy, took the dog for a walk one time. I came back and my head was rocking, man.
Wow. So you just get right, and it wasn't even sunburned.
Yo, I got a sun. Well, not a
Oh,
sunburn, but the heat. I took like a 2 3 hour walk with my dog.
okay, yeah, it was just literally the heat. I got you.
Hung up at the donut shop, bullshit with everybody in that sun beating on my head for those 3 hours. I got
Gotcha.
home and I had a vicious headache. So usually I wear a hat, or have a hat nearby, or go home and grab one or something like that, so I don't get headaches and shit. But yeah, I wear a hat a lot. I always wore liked hats. Even when I had hair, I had hats. I always had my old man hats and fucking Yankee caps and shit, starter caps.
Yeah, I told you I wore a lot of those like driver caps when I was growing up and in my 20s and stuff. I used to wear a lot of those too.
Yeah, because all my uncles used to give me their hats or my grandfather's hats, and I'd wear them, right?
Yeah.
And some people are like, why do you wear those old style hats? It's like, oh, because I like to. Why do you act like a fucking?
Yeah.
Why do you act like a fanoic?
Exactly.
Why are you acting like somebody else? You fucking clown, you poser.
Yeah.
At least I'm acting like my family, right? And dressing like my uncles and father. Yeah, dressing like some guy in a CD, jerk off. Like, give me a break. Some of these people are nuts. I also just starter jackets are my favorite. When I was a teenager, early teens, starter coats. My Yankee one I had a Giants one, I had a Celtics. I think I even had a New York Knicks at one point because I would root for the Knicks when the Celtics were out of it. I'd root for the Knicks. I had a nice Knickerbocker coat too. I used to buy the starter hats. One of my favorite starter jackets was the black Celtics one. The black Celtic starter jacket was my favorite, besides the Yankee one. That was my favorite one I've ever had. It was all black with green lettering where the Celtics were. Those things were the shit back then.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah, my brother had a couple of those starter jackets. I remember how popular they were for a while. They
yeah,
were
yeah,
like super fucking popular when we were growing up for a while.
yeah. I loved them, man. They were my favorites. I loved them. I always liked the starter jackets and hats.
Hang on, I'm gonna mute this for just a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, King Dom. Shit, I was on Viking in the '90s. That's hilarious. I knew some old dudes that were on Vikes who had jaws of Vikes, dude. When I say jaws, like jaws, big fucking gumball jaws full of Viking and Percocet. They were old guys who had operations, but this is way back in the '90s, late '90s. Jaws of them shit. Yeah, early to mid '90s. B1. Yes. Yep. Starter coats around 1991 and '94. They were big, and that's when I had them. I always had the Celtics for the Irish, right? Uh, my Yankee coats. I had a lot of Italian coats when I was younger too. I had a nice bomber jacket, a real nice bomber jacket. I had some Italian patches on it and stuff. I had that. Oh, I didn't wear that much though. I had that like hanging up as like an emerald on my wall. I had a lot of. I had like the Duke outfit too. I had a nice Duke jersey back then, a starter Duke jersey. So I was a big Duke fan when they were beating the Fab Five. They got beat by the Fab Five. I didn't like the Fab Five. I was a Duke guy. All my other friends were rooting for the Fab Five. I was a Duke person. Somebody would tell me I was racist now for it. Hey, you're a racist. You like Duke. It's like, why? Because four of their starting players were white. I like Duke because I like Duke. Christian Leighton, I didn't take no shit. And even if I did like them, just because they were a bunch of white boys, what's wrong with that? Nothing. But there was a black guy on the team, Grant Hill, obviously. Grant Hill was really good. The best was Christian Leitner. Bobby Hurley was unbelievable. They had a badass team, Duke. No, they beat the Fab Five. UNLV beat them. UNLV was a beast, that team.
Yeah, I don't know much about the sports teams and
49ers.
stuff.
Yeah, I hate sports now. Well, I like the sports. I just don't like them on TV. The 49ers starter jacket. Yeah, my cousin had one because that's my cousin's initials. You got okay. Well, it's really a doctor. That sucks. We had a Dr. Webby. If you go look this guy up, you can Google this guy. The old man's doctor, Dr. Tariq Webby. He was actually he actually went on the run from the cops. They wanted to deport him and arrest him and deport him. He went on the run. He was all over the news. Charles Oakley, yes, I like Charles Oakley. He was tough. He was on the Knicks. Oakley, he was a good rebounder. But I was a Celtics fan. But I would root for the Knicks if the Celtics had no shot of winning. I would root for the Knickerbockers because my father liked a lot of the New York teams because my grandfather lived up there. And he got him into the New York teams. My father's twin brother liked the Red Sox and stuff like that. My father liked the Celtics, though, Larry Bird. We were big Bird fans, of course. I still have Larry Bird's jerseys. I have like 6 of them. I have a couple of green ones. I got his high school, his college one. I got his USA one, number 7. I love Larry Bird stuff because I represents my Irish side. So
That makes sense.
I wear them a lot in March, right around St. Patrick's Day. I wear a lot of Irish stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I got my Italian Fila jacket. I got my Naples jacket, even though my people aren't from Naples; they're from Paniforgia. I can't find a Paniforgia jacket, or I got to get a Puglia jacket. I can't find one. I got a nice Naples one. It's old now.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably pretty particular, right?
Yeah.
Trying to find that. I mean, maybe they exist. Maybe you have to just
They exist.
one. Oh, they do? Okay.
I have to go on the Italian websites. I got to have my friend or cousin help me. If I don't have them help me, I can't read it all. I can make out some words, but I can't.
Yeah, if you do it with your web browser, you should be able to just auto-translate it, I think.
Did I like MJ? I didn't like Jordan on the first 3 championships. I rooted against him. I wanted the other teams to beat him. I wanted him to beat the Lakers. Then I wanted him to lose against Portland and the Phoenix Suns. And then when he came back, I respected the fact that he came back at his age and all that. And I rooted for him in the last 3. But I wasn't a Bulls fan, though. Especially the first 3 championships. No, I rooted against them, except the LA one. Because I didn't like Magic Johnson and the Lakers because I was a Celtics fan. So I didn't root for him. But around here, you've got a lot of Yankee fans. More Red Sox fans, obviously, because Boston's 1 state away.
Well, yeah, it's not far at all. What was it, like an hour train ride?
Not even.
Yeah, not even.
Yeah, not even. It's literally 45 minutes away. Yeah, it depends what time are you going. With traffic, an hour maybe, an hour and a half, not even. With no traffic, at night, you could be there in a half hour.
Wow.
Depends on the traffic and shit. Really, yeah. I don't know that.
Yeah, that's a lot quicker. I figured it was, like an hour train ride. You think it could be like a half hour. That's nuts.
Well, in a car, you know.
Oh, in a car, half hour.
Yeah, no, it'd take about an hour in a train. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's no traffic, right?
That's still not bad. I mean, that's not super far.
No, it's not far. I used to pick up Friends of ours, they used to come down from Boston all the time, pick them up at the train stations. My uncle's buddies and shit. So it's not far away. It's like a cousin city, you know.
Yeah, that's
They
cool.
talk a little similar to us, you know. A lot of people, if you're not from around here, you could think I'm from Boston. You know, a lot of people do think that, even though I don't sound like I'm from Boston. But other parts of the country don't know that. Just like I couldn't tell someone from Minnesota from fucking Michigan, right, or something like that.
Yeah, those
Well,
Midwestern accents. Yeah, I got you.
or like when I go to the South, how many people say, "Are you from New York?" I hate that shit.
That's actually pretty
Nah,
funny.
motherfucker. I'm not from New York. Like, why do I think I sound like from New York?
Well, I mean, if they're not used to hearing it,
No, I
accents
know.
at all.
Yeah, they think the Italian sound and thing is like all New York. It's like there's other places Italians live also,
Well, yeah, of course. You're gonna go to those southern towns and like,
but I could probably lie to
all you
somebody in
eat's
the South.
tortellini and shit.
If I went to the South or another state, I could lie to people and say I'm from New York, and they probably believe me, right? If they don't know the accents.
Yeah. You want to buy a headshot?
Yeah, you want to buy a headshot? You know who my grandfather is?
Exactly.
It's a secret. I'll tell you that. Oh man, Maury Povich, Shady J. What's up, my friend? That's from the Dirkle verse. Shady J's been shit. When you first sub to my Rustin channel, shit, he's been watching me for like 5-6 years.
That's cool. Right
Yeah, what's
on.
going on, Shady J? Good to see you. I'm glad you stopped by. Hope you subbed. Thought you were from South Dakota. Yeah, Lincoln's nose. Yeah, Ron Gross knows what's up. Ron made fucking this guy was I'm not gonna get into it, but there was a story written about him on Time Magazine. I don't want to say too much because it will dox the guy, but this fucking guy's a nut. His I don't want to say too much, but his wife actually won a Miss America pageant and was a runner up for another. But I'm not gonna get into it, Ron. But let's see, William there. Bobby finally has peace. Luisi's out of his mind to sell headshots of himself. Who would do that? It's so weird too.
Yeah, it
Like
is
here's a
weird.
picture of myself. Like, who are you? Are you an actor? Like what? Oh no, I'm a stool pigeon.
I'm a fucking mafia rat.
Yeah, I'm a mob rat. It's like what? Why would they want your headshot? Why do they call it Italian accent? I mean, it's not really aboard New York, Philly. Yeah, that's right. Philly or New Jersey. Yes, that's right. They'll think, yeah, oh, you know what? We call same with them. They could pass for either or. It's gay. It is gay. Are you doing a live stream for the inauguration? Well, I can't stream nothing. That's why I haven't been doing streams because I can mute it, but I can't play the volume because the volume will be all messed up. I gotta have some RAM put on my computer or something. But maybe I'll go on for a minute and mute it or something. I don't know. Stool pigeon headshots. Yeah, stool pigeon headshots. I don't know. Maybe he thought he was going to be an actor or something like that. That Louis C. character, that Stoolie. That he must have been passing out headshots. If you do that, you want to be an actor, right? Maybe he thought he was going to get an acting gig. I don't know. That is very weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It's super fucking weird.
And kind of creepy, too. Like, headshots of yourself. Dirk Nasty. Thought you were from New York. Yeah, Doc did. Yeah, Seymour, you've been with me fucking since the Durkee days, dude. Yeah, he's a fucking parole officer. Highly renowned. Well, retired, but highly renowned. He's been with me for yeah, I'm using a laptop. Yeah, I always use a laptop. He tries to get tries to get a big podcast. B1's another one. He's been around for years, been watching. He comes from The dog, he used to have a Doberman too.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, he's been watching for a while too. There's some characters and they're good people. R.I.P. Mikey Limo and Little Shaq. There's some great dog characters. I used to have a nice fucking thing of a calendar of all Dobermans, man, last year. I tried to get the same one this year. They're out of them. They don't sell them. Bastards. But so I got a one with the Saints, calendar with all Saints on it instead.
That's cool.
Last Ram. Yeah, I don't know what that lasts. Hold on, if we could. I'll use links. Yeah, I'm sure they would. This one lasted like 3 or 2 years. I moved up here. They call me a Yankee. That's funny. Yeah, many good ones. I still keep in contact with a lot of people, though. The great white characters, all the fucking wolves out there and the fucking tanks. I still talk to all the Naglins, all those characters. I still keep in contact with all of them. All those maniacs. Links. I don't know what Links is.
It's Linux. It's a operating system.
Oh, I said Links. I can read. He's a great reader. Yes, Ron, you caught that. Yes, I remember you caught that, Ron. In the beginning, I doxed myself on accident in the very beginning by talking about soggy hot dogs. I think you picked up on that at the time, Ron. But you didn't say it much. You only dropped it once and you shut up. But yeah, soggy hot dogs are only around here.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, they're only from around here. Those are the only ones. Yeah, I gotta get on there, man. I gotta get on there. I know who tried to get on there. You know, Green Thumb, the Chan one. She tried to get me on there, but it just it destroyed my phone, and I couldn't work it with the computer. It wouldn't download. It wouldn't work. I gotta try to get on there and talk to some of those characters. I still keep in contact with a lot of people though that drop comments, ask how the dog is and stuff, shit like that. But a lot of them people back then, their dogs passed away. You know, I think a couple people's dogs are still alive. I know Blizz's dogs are still alive because they were smaller dogs. You got to think if you have a dog channel. And there's a bunch of people with dogs watching, you know, and like 7 years later, a lot of those people's dogs are going to be gone, right?
Right.
You know, especially big dog owners that, you know, mostly watch people with big dogs and stuff.
You'd think maybe they get, you know, another dog too, and still maybe be into like.
Hey, what King Dom said. People wanted to know if you have. That's a good idea. You should make either a Rat Trap City Facebook or something where people can send you clips of shit. You know what I mean? Where you can say, "Hey, anybody want to send me a clip of some kind of shit you want me to put on Trash on Blast?" It's a good idea. You got. I don't know. Ask him.
Yeah, I don't have a Facebook or any of that shit. I mean, maybe I could. I don't know. I'll look into like a Twitter or something. Maybe I'll look into a Twitter.
Yeah, maybe like a Twitter or something because that's what they're asking. Maybe they can send you some clippings they want on there.
Can't promise I'll check it super often, but I will. I'll look into it. Yeah. If not, people, you know, they're welcome to drop info in like comments and stuff like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. My Facebook is on an old computer from 1900 that I have to like log into. It takes me 20 minutes to log into. So I'll check my Facebook maybe once every week, right? I'll check it. I'm not active on it at all because I can't get it on any other device. It won't let me change things in the settings.
Yeah, I'll look into maybe like a Twitter or X or whatever the fuck it's called. I'll look into it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. People can send you some stuff, A
Yeah.
Twitter would be the smartest thing. Like a Twitter, just so if someone can send you some of those stuff. Use anonymous. Yeah, just use an anonymous email when you sign up for Twitter, they said. That's all. Use an anon email.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. William Wallace, KD. They're dog people like us too. There's a lot of dog characters around, over the years being on here. You start seeing people like, all right, he's one of us. He's a dog person. There's like 4 or 5. That Billy the Kid. There's a few others. I noticed over time. Use Gorilla Mail. Gorilla Mail.
Yeah, no, I use Proton Mail.
Yeah, Proton. Yeah, no, yeah.
She's buried under
Jimmy
a Swiss
Neutron
mountain.
Mail. Yeah,
It's a good one. It comes with like a free VPN and shit like that. It's pretty cool, and it's super anonymous. Yeah,
I gotta save for
it's
a
all
new
like ultra
dog.
encrypted.
What kind of dog would you get? I know dogs are so expensive now. It's fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. That's why I've been buying the same Dobermans off the same guy for a while, because he lets me. I put a layaway, right? Like, what I'll do is I'll put money down a few months before, and take me a few months to pay it off, and then because I trust them. I know they ain't gonna rob me. They're a family that sells dogs on a farm. That's where I got
Right.
my Bruno, my Rocco. And they're a family farm and shit like that. So the dude's cool. I'll pay him for like 2-3 months, and until I can pay the dog off, and send me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I got all my last 2 Dobies I got when they were real tiny. I got Bruno when he was smaller than Rocco. He was a few weeks younger. Rocco was like 2 months old when I got him. He was tiny though. Tiny.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that's still very, very, very
Oh
young puppy.
yeah, I could fucking put him over my head.
What it's like what is it, like 6 weeks, right? Is like that's the minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. They're good dogs, the Dobies. I might get a female next time. I'm not sure. I haven't had a female. I never had female dogs. Always males. I forced some females
Right.
before. Don't get me wrong, but I might get a female Dobie in the future. The only thing is they get real mean. Yeah,
Oh
when you have
yeah.
one person, a man owning a female, they get very protective.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got
very,
you.
very protective. They're the easiest to make mean.
Did not
Oh
know
yeah, if
that.
a man, and same with a woman. The best guard dog for a woman is a male Doberman, and the best guard dog for a man is a female Dobie. They're
Right. Well, yeah, no, you've told me you've told me the like that general
yeah,
principle before. I just didn't know that like as they got older they would get meaner and like
more
more
protective. Yeah, especially the Doberman.
protective and jealous. I was gonna say jealous, but yeah,
Well, jealous
protective.
too. You could say that too. I know a
Yeah.
guy where his female Dobie hated his girlfriend, right? Like hated his girlfriend. Like, yeah, she didn't
Wow.
live there, but they were like, she slept there a few nights a week, and he'd have to like separate her, and like the dog like was fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, that is nuts, man.
She was jealous of her. insanely jealous. And if she's not what you call it, raised around her as a puppy, forget it. Yeah, female dogs are good. I like the males because they're bigger, but females are good too.
They can't be one since they get grouchy.
I don't like the females because other dogs are going to try to mate with your dog and puppies, God forbid. That's why I'm scared of female dogs. I don't want to be delivering puppies. That's terrifying. I just have my brother do it. My brother's, yeah, he's like a
Yeah.
vet. Well, he's not a
Oh,
vet, but
okay. No, I understand what he's good. He knows all this shit, though. I
yeah,
understand.
he's delivered cows, fucking goats, puppies. He's delivered so many animals, man. Yeah, so many.
Wow.
He had to go inside a horse. No, not a horse, a fucking cow. Put his arm in a cow and take reverse the baby cow somehow. He's fucking nuts. He lives up in Maine. He takes care of a farm up in Maine. He's the head caretaker of a farm. These people pay him to live on the farm, be the security and feed all the animals and all that shit. And yeah, and that's what he
Right?
does. He's
He's a
basically
farmer.
like a
Yeah, he's a
Dago
farmer.
hick farmer. Took after my grandfather.
In like one of the coldest places ever.
Yeah. He's got 3 dogs too that live with him. He lives in his own like little home in the back. It's a small little house, and he's got like a bunch of wood stoves in there and stuff. And him and his 3 dogs live in there. And he's got like a 3-wheeler, a 4-wheeler to get him around the place or something like that. But he's got some big dogs. He's got a Great Pyrenees, and he's got these 2. What's the other one? A Newfoundland. 2 new.
Oh wow,
Yeah, he's
those
got
are
2
big.
of them. So he's got a Great Pyrenees and 2 Newfoundlands.
Yeah, those Newfoundlands are
And they're
big dogs,
mean.
man.
The Great Pyrenees is not mean, but the 2 Newfoundlands, dude, they're fucking nuts. They're cool with me, but when he lived over here, he also was he took care of a farm up in Scituate, right? And when you go up to the gate, you gotta go up to the gate. He's gotta let you in, right? So if you don't call him and tell him you're coming by, he ain't gonna know. You gotta beep the horn and shit. So we're beeping the horn, and all of a sudden the dogs just come down. 3 dogs bolting as fast as you can. You see them hit the gate, like they slam right into the gate and start going nuts. My friend's like, I am not getting out of the car with those dogs. I was like, once we pull in, we're cool. We can get out of the car. They ain't gonna attack us. He's like, no way, man. I was like, dude, just put them away. He's scared of them. So he yelled at them, and they all run in the barn. He's like, but they're not locked in. My brother's like, they're not going to come out. And I'm like, they won't come out in case he tells them. And they didn't come out. But they're monsters. They're 2 big brown Newfoundlands and an all-white Pyrenees. They're fucking huge. He sent me a picture with them all. He's got beds for them, too. They all sleep on these. He's got his bed, and then there's 2 beds the Newfoundland share that he connects together. And the Pyrenees, I believe, sleeps with my brother or under his bed, one or the other. But they're big, big dogs.
Yeah.
The Ridgebacks.
Yeah, no, I've seen them before. Yeah, they're fucking
The
giant.
Ridgebacks are good dogs. They're pretty high strung, the Rhodesian Ridgebacks, but good dogs. Now, what I like the Kangles, a Kangle.
Yeah, they're
my
pretty
brother
nice.
fostered a female Kangle about a year or 2 ago. I actually got a video on one of my dog channels of it, and it was pregnant, and it was growling at me on the video. I got the video of it, And I'm like, oh, who's she pregnant by? He's like, that Saint Bernard. So the Kangal was having
Huh.
Saint Bernard and Kangal puppies. And I
Yeah.
know one of the people that got the puppy, one of them puppies, this dude has it up in Cranston. I ran into him. He's like, "Hey, you're Nick, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, who are you?" He's like, he goes, "I'm Vinny's friend." I'm like, "Oh, how you doing?" He's like, "I got a dog from him." Yeah, I go, "Really?" And he showed me a video of the dog on the phone and a picture of him. The dog, the puppy, well, he was full grown at the time. Thing was enormous. He was half Kangal and half Saint Bernard. The puppy was enormous. Well, the
Yeah.
dog was enormous.
I'm sure it
Yeah, it
was,
was
man.
big.
Yeah, the biggest dog, I've told you before, the biggest dog I ever saw was that
All the Caucasian
Caucasian.
mountain dogs.
It was fucking massive, bro, and super fucking scary. We were all uncomfortable. The same thing, dude had a giant property. He was letting us all stay there for the night. And he was super cool. As long as he was standing there with the dog, it was super cool. We still felt very uncomfortable. Dude, that dog could have just ate one
Yeah,
of
they
us,
can
bro.
kill you. They're man killers.
It was absolutely fucking massive, dude. And like you could, it was just like on us the
Yeah,
whole
they can
time.
kill you. They're almost 200 pounds. They're powerful. Uh, and never mind one. You
Huge,
got two of them.
huge.
Two of them attacking you. You can't fight them off. You could possibly a man could fight one off. You know, it's possible. You can fight one off. Maybe stick your finger in his eye. I don't know something, right? But two of them, you're a dead man. You're a dead man. Two dobies will kill you. Oh, Irish wolfhounds. Oh yeah, they'll maul you. They're big sons of bitches. Those Irish wolfhounds, man, real big. Two Dobermans will kill a human. You can give me the toughest MMA guy around. You give me two attack Dobermans that know how to attack on command, and you're a dead man. You might kill one of them, but you're gonna bleed out uh, before you kill them both. Well, they're both.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody else was mentioning the Malinois, them
Yeah, they're
too. Yeah.
badasses. They're just very high strength.
They'll take your fucking throat out before you know what
Morgan
happened.
Kangles, my brother fostered a female Kangal before a pregnant one. And when it had babies, he gave some of the puppies away. And I knew a dude with the. Oh, I seen a guy who showed me the puppy from the both dogs. I could take two. It's possible, but you got to get real lucky. And even after you kill them both, you better get to a hospital quick because you're going to bleed out. That's for sure. Because once they keep biting, every bite is going to make you bleed. And some of the bites are even going to break maybe your arm, right? And if they get you in the face or the throat, oof. Oh, man. The best thing to do is to put your arm in their mouth and try to fight them, I guess. Once you hit
Yeah.
the ground, you're dead, though. You're done. Especially the dogs like the Dobies. They never bite once. Like they give a scissor, a pincer, scissor bite. Like they go a 1, 2, 3 snap. You know, so they'll hit you with three little quick bites, and then the fourth bite will hold and shake. But they're first giving you like these three little nips they're hitting you with, like scissors. Their teeth. They're not big dogs, Dobermans. So my dog's a big one, but Dobies aren't usually that big. But let me tell you, the way their jaws, their teeth, and their bite pressure works. Same with a Malinois, Belgian Malinois, small, but that little son of a bitch will take you out. They'll bite your arm and knock you out. I had my German Shepherd wasn't that big. I had a German Shepherd named Luga, and he was so powerful. When he bit my cousin in the arm, in the forearm, my cousin passed out. That's how powerful the bite was. And when he woke up, he threw up. Literally. Yep.
Huh.
Threw up. He was, one of them people, like my cousin was drunk and an idiot. And he kept always asking me, I want to throw the ball for the dog. I want to throw the ball. I'm like, listen, the dog's going to bite you, dude. Have a good night, Mickey. I'm like, the dog's going to bite you. And he's like, oh, no, he won't. I'm going to get the ball and throw it fast. I'm like, all right, I'm going to give you the ball. when you get it, throw it as soon as you get it. As soon as I throw it to you, hum it. Don't
Yeah.
hold it.
Good night,
Throw
Mikey.
it. And you know what he did? I threw him the ball and he held on to it too long. And the dog was looking at the ball and he
Yep.
throws it. And the dog's like, I don't want the ball no more. I want you. And he bites him on the fucking arm, shakes his head. And I'm
Oh
going to grab
man.
him, right? And as I go to grab him, they both go to the ground and he lets go of the arm. My cousin's looks like Michael Moore after George Foreman hit him. He's laying on the ground and the dog's going for his throat and face. And that's when I just grabbed the dog by his collar. Thank God. Or he would have bit my cousin in the face and disfigured him or killed him. And then
Right.
I grab the
Yeah, it's not
dog,
good.
and my cousin's trying to get up, and he's stumbling, and he throws up, and his arm is fucking swollen with big teeth marks in it, bleeding. And he's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "I told you, dude. You just can't." See, he never respected the dog. He knew he was mean and everything, but he just, I don't know, he just
Yeah.
didn't respect the dog's power of what the dog can do. And when I'm telling you, hey, he don't want to be touched. He don't want to play games with you. Leave him alone. Then I get so sick of it when I'm like, yeah, throw the ball. Fuck it. Right? Yeah, you want to leave me alone? Here, throw the ball and be happy. And the dog didn't want to play. Like, you know, because there was times where he said he came in my yard and the dog would growl at him and he's like, and I would tell the dog, stop growling, dummy, and stupid shit like that. I'm like, really? He didn't maul you because he knows you're my cousin and he sees you all the time. But you're very lucky he didn't bite you, you know? Like, dog could have killed him,
Yeah.
right? Like, he's so dumb. And after that, he's like, I can't believe I used to walk in your yard and like fuck with that dog like that. He's like, I could have got killed. Oh my god. I'm like, I told you. He had to learn a lesson, yeah. And he did learn it because let me tell you, any other time he came by my house, he'd be beeping the horn. No more walking in the yard and dumb shit like that. And my dog would let him come in the yard because he knew it was my cousin and he knew him since he was a puppy, right? So he would let him come in. Unlike anyone else, he wouldn't let come in. But after that, he totally knew the power of that dog. And he's like, I couldn't believe I didn't get killed all them other times, like going in your yard like that. While the dog's laying on the porch, like I'm like talking to him like an idiot. He's like, I could have got killed. I was like, yeah, you could have. Because
Right.
my dog was inbred. I got him. I bought him from Massachusetts for like $300 off these people, and come to find out, he was inbred. I didn't even know it. The poor bastard got cancer at 7, 8 years old.
Oh,
Yeah, but
geez.
he was real smart, and he was a black German Shepherd with a little bit of like tan on his chest and stuff. But let me tell you, he was a force to be reckoned with. He wasn't big. He was half the size of Rocco and he was probably like 65 pounds, not even, dude. He was small, but let me tell you, was he mean and wiry and strong as fuck? Like he reminded me of a Belgian Malinois, the power he had, like trying to explain him to somebody. He wasn't a big, he was a small German Shepherd for a full blooded German Shepherd, but he was powerful. Take someone down in a minute. As soon as I said Matzia, he'd be on you. Like, or so, as soon as I went, he's on you. Like, he was
Right.
so good at that. I trained him when he was little. He helped me train other dogs. I sold a German Shepherd mix, this mongrel dog. My brother got him. We fostered him, and we had to get him a home. We had him for 5 months. I got him when he was like 3 months, 4 months old. And we actually sold him. Matter of fact, my brother sold him. He got good money for him. Got a good home for him too. He sold him. We sold him when he was about 12 months old. Fully trained attack dog. I trained him. I started training him when at 4 months old,
Right.
and when we sold him, he was a fully trained attack dog. Yeah, smart
Oh
as a
yeah.
whip. The people had him for years, and they would send us pictures of him and be like, "Oh man, you have any more?" Like, nope. But sometimes when I used to get puppies, little puppies, I would train them. You know, if I had them for a while, and I would train them and sometimes sell them, you know.
Yeah, might as well.
Well, yeah, but you know somebody that needs protection in their yard or their car lot or
Well, yeah, plus I'm just saying you got the dog there anyway. Might as
well, I
well
won't
train
just
them,
sell them
right?
to anybody. I got to know the person. Just if I'm selling them to somebody, I got to know the people and make sure they're good dog people. And I got to take them to vets and all that. But like I
Right.
said, we knew people that lived in bad areas, of Providence and shit, that needed mean dogs in their yard, and they wanted a dog where they knew if something went down, they told this dog something, and he's on you. And they didn't want to go pay no 4 or 5 grand, no 10 grand to these fucking big wigs. So they found someone like myself and my brother on Facebook, and they bought a hat. I don't know what he was. I think he was Rottweiler and Shepherd or something. They bought a fully trained mongrel though, and he lived till he was like 10 years old, 11.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a big bat. He got big. I seen a picture of him like a year later, and I was shocked how big he was. Like, holy shit, he got bigger than I thought he would.
I mean, it's a big dog.
Yeah, I had him fully trained at 6 months old, 7 months old. I had him fully trained, fully attacking at 6 months.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. Even my dog Luga was at 6 months old. He was people you wouldn't even go near him. Like 6 months old dog, you would think like, really? My dog was fucking maniac. One thing I was always good at was training dogs. I learned it from my father when I was little. Then I started picking up more stuff, I was always good at that.
Yeah.
I've trained a few of my buddies' dogs too. Helped them, showed them how, All you got to do is train with somebody a couple of times and they can pick up everything, if they're not total morons, right? But there's a certain pride in it, man. Like, there's a certain feeling you get when you train that dog and you see like with the power and what that dog can do, and like you train that dog, a certain pride you have. It's hard to explain, but I used to get a massive pride and a rush out of it.
Well, that's good. That means it's something you're actually into.
Oh yeah, it's real fun. It's not even a job; it's just fun training the dogs.
Right, there you go. Yeah, nothing that you like doing can ever be work.
You start them off little with their bite toy when they're little. You start them off with that bite toy, letting them love that bite toy, get used to that shit. And then you start, have with the leash a little, having someone approach them and coming up and cracking stuff and shit like that, making noises. And you want to see his confidence level, and you got to build his confidence up. It's all about manipulating the dog's emotions. I know that sounds harsh, but it's just how it is. Where the attack dog, it's a job to them. Like, if I sick my dog on you, dude, I can call him off and you could pet him 10 minutes later, right? One of one of my old dogs, right? Like my dog Blitz. I could sick him on you and hold his leash and he'd be snarling and trying to kill you, right? And then I tell him to stop and be nice, and we could just chill out, and you could even pet him, right? Like, that's how crazy. Then 2 minutes later, I can just say, Matzia, and he's trying to kill you. It's like a job to them, right? Like, it's like nothing personal. You see what I mean? Like, it's crazy. But all you need is a real good guard dog. No one's breaking in your house. No one will fuck with you neither. You keep a good guard dog by your side. Good luck on someone trying to fucking mug you. That's for sure.
Yep.
We were little kids. We used to walk from my house in Johnston to my grandmother's house in Federer Hill, right? We used to walk, and we would take my dogs. I would walk with a friend of mine or a cousin, or me and my friend and cousin, and we were 13, 14, right? And we're walking through parts of Providence with starter hats on, and we got the dogs with us. If we didn't have the dogs with us, Most likely the neighborhoods we walked through, they would have jumped us and tried to take our shit, right? 3 white boys, Italian boys walking through the neighborhood. They would have tried to jump us, right? But they never fucked with us because, I would have my dog and I would have one of my cousins take one of my other dogs, right? With the leash. And no one ever fucked with us because they knew that the dogs would be ripping you apart. But if we didn't have them dogs with us, those teenage kids in that neighborhood would have jumped us.
Right.
Especially walking through their neighborhoods. But with the dogs, no one's doing that. I know older people fucked with us. We used to walk the dogs late at night too, man. 1:30 in the morning, 2 in the morning.
Right.
And there was a lot of wackos out there back then. We were teenage kids, and no one fucked with us because of those dogs. And only because of those dogs. Well, there's times where I know we could have got jammed up a few times with some older dudes trying to fuck us up. But the dogs saved our asses always.
Hell yeah. No getting buggered by hobos.
Oh, no, definitely not. Definitely not. No, never. I remember my ex-girlfriend lived over on Federal Street up Federal Hill. And this is back when I had I think I was Blitz. Yeah, I had Blitz. It was my red Doberman. And I remember I was tired, I was sleeping. It was late too. She's like, I'm walking to the corner store 24 hours. Like, no, you're not. It's fucking 2 in the morning. This fucking neighborhood's nuts. She's like, I'm taking Blitz with me. I was like, all right. I was like, go. You'll be fine, It was like 2 blocks down, and she's got my dog with her. Nobody's fucking with her. You know what I mean? Nobody. The dog would have tore your throat off if you went near her. So I didn't care, right? It's like, all right, go to the store then if you want. As long as you take the dog. And she would take that dog, and she said she felt so empowered, because she was a tiny little thing, like fucking 5'3", little skinny Italian girl, right? Fucking
Right.
blow her over with a fucking toothpick, right? Knock her over with a toothpick. And all of a sudden now she has this fucking big, ferocious Doberman protecting her. So she said, I felt powerful. No one would bother me. I felt real safe. When she walked to the store and shit, she'd take the dog.
That's good.
Yeah, nobody could have bothered her. The dog would have ripped their throat out. Especially if he was real protective over my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, real protective. They're very protective over women. Like my dog with my mother, somebody goes near my mother, or if I have a girlfriend or something like that, he gets even if it's only for a little bit, or a girl that's a friend of mine, or a girl I date or whatever, he gets very protective over them. They won't let no one near them. The same way he is with my mother. Like he'll go in the car with my mother. If somebody goes near the car, he's trying to rip their face off.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, it's always been like, even when I was, I remember one time my mother had to pick me up from a police station. Yeah, wow, I haven't thought of this story in years. Holy shit. I was 13 years old. I went to see this girl. I was 13, 14 years old. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I snuck out of my house, and this girl's mother was working, and she was babysitting her little brother. So she's like, yeah, come over. So I'd sneak over there, hang out with her, and then I left like an hour or 2 later. So it's like 2:30 in the morning now. Now I'm riding my bike home, right? All of a sudden, the Johnston cops pull up to me with Cranston cops. Like, get off your fucking bike. I'm like, whoa, I get off the bike. They're like, why'd you punch the cop? I'm like, what? Like, why'd you punch a cop? They're like, were you just at Walmart stealing bikes? I'm like, no, look at my bike. It's from 1920. They're like, wait here.
Right.
They're like, wait here. Because now they're waiting for another cop to come to identify me, right? So all of a sudden, this lesbian cop gets out of the car with a shiner on her eye, dude. Like, what a black, well, not a red, like it was going to be a shiner, right? You could tell she got punched. She seen me, and I could tell that she knew it wasn't me, But she still said, yeah, that's one of them. Get him in the fucking car. I'm like, what the fuck, right? I'm like, I just left my girlfriend's house. Like, she wasn't my girlfriend, but she kind of was. But I didn't want to get her in trouble, right? They're like, can you prove it? I didn't want to give her a phone number to them and get her in trouble with her mom. But after a while of them saying that I hit this cop, so the cop throws me in the car. She's driving me to the Cranston police station. And in the car, she's like, why'd you run? Why'd you run? I was like, I didn't do nothing to you, officer. I didn't do nothing to you. And she gets me out of the car. She's like, don't you try to run on me. I'm like, I'm not going to try to run. Brings me in the police station. And they're like, where's your friends? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Then they finally believed me. And they said, all right, where's this girl then? The house you just left. And I said, fuck it. I was like, all right, her name's Christina. Here's the number. And they called her, and she didn't answer at first. She was hiding, like not answering. And then she finally answered and said, yeah, Nikki was at my house. And they let me go. But they knew I didn't do it anyways because, like, if someone punched you, you're going to see them, right? Like, so I guess 3 or 4 kids were stealing bikes.
Right. She just lumped you in with whoever they were. Yep.
Yeah, so back then they used to keep bikes outside of Walmart. So I guess 3 or 4 kids were stealing bikes at Walmart. And I guess she grabbed one of them and one of them decked her. But she knew it wasn't me. But I was still nervous. Like, you know, what the fuck? I'm going to be, they're trying to say I hit a cop. You know, I was about 13, 14.
Well,
So they call my mother up at 3 a.m. after they confirmed that I was at their girl's house. She got in trouble with her mother. My mother got called. My mother came in, cracked me in the head, screaming at me. They rang my mother's fucking doorbell because I took my mother's phone off the hook so nobody would call and wake her up and she'd catch me that I snuck out. So the Cranston police had to go knock on the door, and she had to come in. She was saying, where were you? Would you go over some girl's house screaming you snuck out? Oh my God. Did you really do that? Did your friends do that? I was like, no, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Fucking pain in the ass. But thank God I did not get charged with that. I was a minor, but still. No, I was 14. How am I going to punch someone in punch some cop in the face?
Well, whoever did it was a mook for sure. Somebody did it if she had a shiner.
Well, it was going to be the next day. You could tell somebody punched her. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Somebody punched her. And she was like, she knew it wasn't me, but she thought I might have been one of the other kids, right? That's what she thought. But then once they called my friend and realized that my story was true, I was coming back from my friend's house. I'll never forget that. I'm just riding my bike, going home, and boom, all the cops just swarm me. I'm like, fuck. Like, you steal that bike? It's like, look, my bike's a Pee Wee Herman. It was a Pee Wee Herman bike, right? Like, I'll never forget it. It was an old green 1970s bike. It's like, dude, you just don't even sell these. I'm not stealing bikes.
Yeah.
Like, and if I was in on that, I wouldn't be riding the bike on Plainfield Street right now. Like,
right. Yeah, this bike's obviously got some wear and tear on it, fellas.
Yeah, what a night. But my point was the cops came back and said, oh, my God, those Dobermans are insane. Because my dogs were growling at the cops and they were trying to wake my mother up. He's like, I thought that dog was going to come through the window.
Crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Hey, man, I got to bail.
All right, hey, have a good one, man.
Yeah, you too, man. I'll talk to you on Friday.
Oh, yeah, Friday, I'm going to be a little late then. I gotta work a little later that night, so I'll probably be around maybe 11:30, but I will be around. I'll let you know.
Okay, sounds good, man. It was good talking to you.
All right, have a great one. God bless everybody in the chat.
Talk to you soon, man.
Later. I might go live and bullshit with people.
There you go. Cool.
Later.
All right, everybody go over to MRE's channel. All right, everybody, thanks for coming through. It was a good chat. I'm going to go pass out, get some sleep. I got to work tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Friday, actually. Later.